your life.
This is row 1, seat 1.
Well, this is nice. When did we start doing this? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a card?
You shake my bones and you rat on my balls.
I'm going to, okay? Jada, I love him. Can't wait to see it. All right?
Luck is for dudes.
I'm like, Joey can't get to his damn computer and phone fast enough to just smash everything he can possibly say.
That means every fucking thing to me.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Oh, man.
That's embarrassing.
How is that embarrassing? I don't even understand it. Even like Broncos fans on the Broncos subreddit are like, this is so cringe. I'm like, you know this came from like a leaked behind the scenes video of him doing like the Jumbotron thing where you got to do it like 400 times, right?
Yeah. No, it's 100% that's what it is, but everyone just, it's so fucking funny to make fun of now. Broncos fans.
I mean, listen, I get it. Russ is easy to make fun of, okay? It's fine. I'm fine with that.
No, but I'm
fine with that. No, he is. He married the Sierra. He's a born-again virgin. He's kind of cringy at times. Like, he's like, ew, really? Like, I don't know. Like, why are you like this? You know, like when he came out at his press conference after his extension and he was like, it's not about how much money I'm going to make. It's about how many Super Bowls we're going to win. We're like, all right, don't say that. Like, come on, man. Man, now we know.
Not one, not
we
two.
know, yeah, but no, we know it's all about the money. It's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Like,
you'll be lucky if
just,
you win one.
That was a nice way of saying the Broncos told me when I asked for Deshaun Watson money to go fuck myself. That's a nice way of doing. Yeah. So it is what it is. Anyway, Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1. Thank you all for joining us. We have an absolutely jam-packed show here for you tonight.
Balls to the wall.
We've got our season picks. Every division, every team. We've got our Final Four. We've got our MVPs. We've got our Defensive Players of the Year, Rookies of the Year, Offensive Players of the Year, our Week 1 picks. We've got Brady getting divorced, for Christ's sake.
Oh, shit.
There is no shortage of shit to talk about on this, the September 6th, 2022 at 8:39 p.m., which I know we're 9 minutes late, so please forgive me. But that was Paul's fault and Sean's fault mostly.
How the fuck's it my fault?
I don't know. I'm just blaming you guys because fuck you. That's why.
It's usually Sean's like Sean.
I pay you guys to be here on time. You still can't make it on time, and, whatever. It is what it is. But we will get into all of that. We will take your calls as well. Ooh, which reminds me, I should probably hook up the phone.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, you should probably hook up the phone so people can call.
774 99. Wait. What is it? What's the number again? Is it 508-992?
You're asking the wrong person.
508-992-8702, I think is the number.
Jesus Christ.
73785-73.
We changed it up one time, and now it's fucked me forever. I can't do it anymore.
What are we leading off with?
What are we leading off with? Paul, it's the NFL. NFL season is upon us.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we got I didn't update the ticker at the bottom either. Whoops.
You're trash.
I am. I'm listen.
Trash like Forky.
I was doing other stuff today, okay? I almost won a race at Talladega today in iRacing. I led 13 of the 15 final laps. And
no, you didn't.
I have it recorded, so yes, I did.
And
then I got this kid like pulled this awesome fucking move to slingshot past me on the backstretch with like coming to the white flag. And we got into turn 3, and I knew I was just like, he's gone. Like, if I let him by me, he's gone. I threw a block. He zigged when I zagged.
You killed him.
He did everything perfect, and I just said, fuck you. If I'm not winning this, you ain't either, bitch. And I wrecked him. And I just said, fuck it.
Wrecked him on purpose.
So wait. Isn't this exactly what he hates about his brother?
Yep. Yeah. Joey,
I've been fucked so many times at this point. I'm over it.
I don't want to hear anything.
Joey was a squeak.
You're using the old Kendrick Perkins defense that I came up with years ago on this show.
You're damn right I am.
Oh, I can't win? I'm gonna just kill your best player.
Yeah, fucking right. That's what he did. He was like, nope. I mean, honestly, I probably would have done the same thing because I'm petty.
Come on.
I'm wicked fucking
petty.
Come on. Nah, I'm a pretty petty piece of shit, so I would definitely fucking wreck that kid. I would have done the same exact goddamn thing. Be like, no, fuck that. Be like, I won this whole goddamn race. You're not getting lucky off of a fucking lapped car that I got screwed on and you happen to gain a little bit of steam on me and come up on the last fucking minute of the race and win. No, I'm
he did
taking
it.
your ass the fuck
Listen,
out, too. Fuck
this kid
that.
did everything right. He did everything
didn't.
right. I applaud him.
No, he didn't do everything right. You know, he
And
didn't
if
do
I
what he
was
saying second.
if I was feeling in a noble mood after not having the fact is I dominated the fuck out of that race. Okay, I qualified on the outside pole, led 13 of the 15 final laps, and I felt like this is mine. Like if I just keep this thing glued to the bottom of the track, nothing's gonna happen. And then this fucking lapped car that was involved in one of the 55 wrecks behind me over fucking 10 laps, which is amazing to me. It's like, Jesus Christ, can you guys get around the track without killing each other? No. And I just said,
daily
you know what?
struggle in the world
And
of
if this kid
race.
hadn't wrecked, this lapped car wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been able to use him to sling. You know, he used him as a kind of a pit maneuver, slingshot. He drafted up on this kid. I should have seen it coming. I didn't. I just thought, you know what? Stick with what's been working. Didn't work, and I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wreck both of us. If I'm not winning, you're definitely not winning. So some kid who was probably like 2 laps down or something, like, you know, chasing us behind, just like driving around like, fuck this is boring as shit. All of a sudden he's like, you're in first. And he's like, what?
Sick.
Like, yo, this is L. But anyway.
Bullshit.
I love this game.
Yeah, he's like, I love this game. It's the best thing ever. But anyway, 774-992-8702. That's the phone number. If you want to give us a call, we're going to do our full NFL predictions. We've got everything, every division. We're not going to do the playoff bracket right now because that's useless, but we will give you our final four. The final 4 teams, 2 in the AFC, 2 in the NFC, obviously, who we think is going to be left competing for the Super Bowl, and then we'll give you our Super Bowl pick and our Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
So, let's start off, before we get into the picks, let's get a little bit into this Tom Brady drama, because it's going to lead us into the picks a little bit.
I feel like we talk about Tom Brady now more than ever.
We do. And
It
this
never used to be the case.
And Sean, tell me if this is not a testament. Please tell me I started Mixler. Okay, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, now we're starting on Mixler. God damn it. I always forget something. Is this not a testament to the greatness of Bill Belichick?
You heard nothing.
You
Nothing.
never heard shit about Tom Brady in the offseason. You didn't know who he was marrying. You didn't even know that he left Bridget Moynihan, you know, like high and dry with a kid in her belly and was just like, deuces, bitch. I found Giselle. Now, yeah, you're like, now all of a sudden, Tom Brady's in the news every other day. Tom Brady without Bill Belichick, as good as he is at playing football, is a loose cannon, and I can guarantee you, had Tom Brady not been with Bill Belichick for the first 20 years of his career, that man would have torpedoed his own career.
Dude, I can't believe, like, it's everything he's doing is so uncharacteristic of, like, Tom Brady. It's just so weird.
How is it uncharacteristic of Tom Brady? I mean, the guy's, like, obviously, I mean, we've seen him for 20-something fucking years of his career. The guy's obviously evolved from a young-ass dude to a middle-aged guy to a fucking grown-ass man with a family now. I mean, maybe now things are, like, a little bit more important than football, seeing as how the guy's pretty much fucking done it all like an asshole, and that's just who he's going to be. So maybe he's taking a couple things a little bit more seriously and putting the team maybe, like, I hate to say it because that's not Tom Brady-esque, but, like, putting it on maybe, like, the back burner for, like, a few things, given, like, his family life. I don't know. You know what I mean? We've seen a lot of Tom Brady. The guy's changed over the years. He's just doing things now that he sees more fit.
Telling the media that, you know, I'm 45 years old. I got a lot of shit going on now.
Ask me why the fuck I'm coming to defense of this guy, but I kind of get it. I don't know.
He's funny.
I'm not trying to be biased.
He's funny, but he's I don't know. He's letting too many people in. Like, if that's, like, the best terminology to use, he's letting too many people in. Like, everything he does. It's everything. You know every facet of his life.
Do you think it was plastic surgery?
No, apparently it's his
I don't know,
pending
dude.
divorce. He looks like shit.
You really? You think it's straight up pending divorce?
Well, they said it's a huge blowout with the family.
Yeah, well, that shit happens. Of
That-
course.
that
I
they
mean,
got-
those type of things happen, and that's all fine and well, but let's look at this from, like, the Tom Brady we knew in New England was never in the media. He was never in the tabloids.
Never.
Like, we barely knew, like, we found out, like, oh, he's dating Giselle. Oh, you dog.
We deflated footballs.
Like, and other than that, it was like, if he wasn't cheating, it was just like, oh, he's dating Giselle. Or, oh, he got Julian Edelman a date with, or Danny Amendola a date with, like, Mia Culpa or whatever her fucking name was.
I can't remember her name.
Olivia
Culpo.
Olivia Culpo. And
Olivia
like,
Copacabana.
yeah, Olivia Copacabana. And like, it's like he's getting his teammates like dates, meanwhile Gronk's out there fucking banging ex-porn stars like BB Jones and shit, which is, I still love BB Jones. Awesome. Love her. Mwah.
No idea.
You're so adorable.
I
Chef's kiss.
That was the blonde chick, right?
Mwah.
That he had like that video when he first came out. Remember that? Like,
There was no video.
There was no video. It was just a picture
yes,
of her.
it was
It was
like
just a picture of her in his jersey in a hotel room.
Oh,
in
I thought
Arizona.
I thought they had
It
like
was-
a
it was-
snap,
it
like
was
a
her-
like a Snapchat, like
Oh,
real
they might
quick.
have
It was
like
her
some.
room.
No, I'm not saying anything like leaked, like a porn or like anything like graphic or anything crazy. I'm just saying like I thought I remember
There
it
might
was
have
the
been,
first one that
there
Gronk
might have
came
been
out
there
on.
might have been a video element
It's
to
some
this.
blonde, right? It's a blonde
Yeah,
chick.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
BB Jones,
Yeah.
just Google her.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Paul just saw my Twitter feed and I was like, see, look, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, and he was like kind of mortified. He's like, I'm
like,
never gonna go
what
on
do
Twitter
you
again.
follow
Well,
on this shit?
Like, and I
dude?
showed my wife
Jesus
too. My wife's
Christ.
downstairs. We're sitting downstairs before the show, like doing, going over the show, doing pre-show work stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at this, and it's Alexis Texas who just pops up on my Twitter feed, and my wife's like, what the fuck? Like, why is her asshole on your phone right now? And I'm like, I don't know, because I follow her on Twitter and she posts her butthole on Twitter.
I was like, why do you follow this stuff?
Why do you not follow Alexis Texas?
No, I don't follow any of that on
I follow like Coach.
social media.
I follow like
stuff.
Coach Carter, Johnny Sins, and what other male porn star? And then I follow like a plethora
Ivan
of female
Stone.
porn stars. I don't follow Ivan Stone. Although, you know what? I'm gonna find Ivan Stone right
All
now.
right, Joe's gonna find Ivan Stone. You know
I want-
Yeah, I know you know who Ivan Stone is. If you've seen him, you would know.
If you
Okay,
watched porn
possibly.
in the late '90s, you definitely know who Ivan Stone is.
Yeah.
If you watch porn in the
definitely know
late
it's-
90s.
Yeah, 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s.
Ivan
I don't know.
Stone.
Maybe that guy's dead. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even have a Twitter.
Dude's guy probably fell off the fucking face of the planet, bro. He was so ashamed of what he did. His parents found it. You know. Jesus Christ, sweetie, you've been doing this for 30 years. Remember that? It was like, is this
Ivan
guy
Stone, porn
playing
star.
tennis or is he a porn star?
Oh no,
Remember that?
no! It just comes up Evan Stone.
Really? It's Ivan Stone.
I know.
100%.
Free Ivan Stone online porn YouTube videos. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll have to look for this later. It's
But
gonna
what
take-
I'm saying, remember
it's
in,
gonna take more effort.
remember in Maxim magazine that little spread where
Yeah.
it was like, is this a tennis player or a porn
Yeah,
star?
it was Ivan
And
Stone.
that was so fun. That was a good one, Maxim.
Maxim did it well. Maxim did good, and he was also in. They showed his face in South Park during the Lord of the Rings episode when Butters is watching Backdoor Sluts 9,
Oh my god.
and they show like the TV, and it's just Ivan Stone's like face, like ooh yeah, like
Yeah, totally.
what? You seem like you're surprised by the way. Why would you?
No, I just like it went like that's the start
Sean
of the
just
show.
goes, now I know who he is.
Start of the show, and Joey's just like, anyway, NFL pick'em this week. By the way, look at my Twitter feed.
By the way, my Twitter feed is infested by porn stars. But anyway, it's great. It's good stuff. But anyway, back to Brady. The drama surrounding Brady and the Bucs and everything else that is going on down there. It's just, does it not feel like there is just like a black cloud hanging over the Bucs right
he's
now?
not focused at all.
None at all. He's putting on a great facade. He's saying all the right
Barely.
things, but you missed 10 days in the middle of training camp. That man's never missed 10 days of training camp in his entire career.
What about?
I like his comment though to that whole thing where he's like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for a while." He's like, "I think I know how."
But
to
at
play."
what point though? But at what point is that level like that? Like, yeah. I've been doing this for a while. I know what to do. That level of arrogance gonna catch up to him because I think it's gonna bite him in the ass.
I gotta
within
find
the first month of September.
I gotta find the
Good.
Tom Brady quote from earlier today, in which he said he felt bad and like he owed it to the team to try one more year.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
That
Which
that's
was
like
and
waving a
I'm-
flag.
I'm glad that you brought that up because that's what I was getting at.
if I was on the team, I'd be like, "Nah, bro. If you don't feel up to it, don't do
He's
it." bro.
doing this because he feels like he's obligated because like,
You're
well,
wasting another year. of
we
people's
got close.
talent.
You know what this is, Sean? This is him fulfilling his manifest destiny of playing until he was 45. That's what this has to do. This is the most egocentric, narcissistic thing that Tom Brady has ever done. He's not in it. He doesn't want to be here. He's only doing this because he told everybody he was going to play till he was 45. So now he's forcing himself to play at 45, and he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He knows the offensive line is in shambles. Yeah, he's still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones. What's the other receiver they grabbed there in free agency too?
Julio Jones, Russell Gage,
Thank you. And
Kyle Rudolph.
He knows he's got guys, but they're not going to be in the Super Bowl conversation. They'll be in the playoff conversation.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be a Super Bowl team. Spoiler alert. Guess who's not in my Final Four? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They're not mine.
Their offensive line is in shambles. You're banking on guys that are over the hill and beyond over the hill in some cases to muster you 11, 12, 13 wins. And then you get to the postseason. I mean, I get it. The NFC is wide open, and we'll explore that a little bit more here in a minute when we get to our picks. But Jesus Christ, dude, like, if there was a rematch between the Bucs and the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs this year, I'm probably taking the Eagles.
Taking Jalen.
I'm just throwing it out there. I think if you're a Brady fan, savor it because this is it. This is 100%.
It does
the
feel
final
like
time that Brady will. He already retired once.
Right.
Okay, and came back. Okay, he's not Brett Favre yet, but he's getting close.
I hope he doesn't. Once he
Did
does
you
it, yeah,
did
he
you
needs to
hear
stay
like the whole reason as to why this big fight happened?
No.
Where it was just like Giselle. It's like, okay, at first it was just football, and you were playing football, and you didn't want to retire, and then you'd be gone for 7 months of the year, 8 months of the year. Now it's you retired and you took on 3 more full-time jobs. And she goes, and then now you want to go back to football. And it just becomes like he just really doesn't want to be around. He's just like developing, like it's almost like he's
maybe
become
he has like one of those like weird disorders where like he's like he's so hyper focused on football that like his family is becoming a distraction to what he wants to do with football. And even though he
With
knows,
everything, though.
and even though he knows his playing days are coming to an end, he doesn't want to stop there. Now he wants to be the greatest analyst of all time, or
Yes.
he wants to be,
analyst.
involved
He wants
in
to do
the
sports
media.
medicine. He wants
Yeah.
to get involved with pliability. He wants people to buy the TB12 method. He wants to buy his pajamas and his clothing line he has out now.
And his concussion water.
Do you want to? Nah, that's the other guy. But do you want to buy a $200?
Guerrero?
Yeah. Do you want to buy? Do you want
His
to buy?
business partner.
Do you want to buy a $250 sweatshirt that just says Brady across the chest?
Fuck no.
Yeah, but if you sleep in it, it will reduce your pension for concussions.
Is it lined with copper?
Yeah, probably.
It's lined with.
It's lined with
Cocaine.
it's lined with the exoskeletons of Aborigines from the Amazon
Concussion, what
basin.
concussion? Yeah.
You're like,
Put it on. You're like, I feel great. You're just wired to the gills.
if you take Brady, it's the spice,
I don't get it.
the spice melange.
But I just, it feels like Giselle has morphed him into this like product, and now he's just like, okay, like
I'm gonna be the product, and now
football's my
she's like,
life.
but I don't want you to be the nothing. I don't want you to be the this product.
For whatever reason, I don't know how Dale Arnold has
Why is she
become-
Italian? I don't know, but
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. I don't know why Dale Arnold, former WEI
Me
fame,
too.
has become the Brady whisperer for getting information. Like he knows someone in Brady's family, and they give him all the information. And Dale Arnold goes and breaks all Brady's information. And Brady said he's not into playing this year for the Bucs because he wants to play in Miami. Period. And he wants Gronk to play with him there too. Period. That's not going to happen, especially now. They're not going to trade him midseason to go to Tampa Bay. I mean,
No.
to go to Miami. Now he's almost like pouting.
would
like,
that not go through the heart of every Dolphins fan that we know, though? If by like week 6 the Dolphins were just like, all right, we're trading Tua and Tyreek, and we're getting Gronk and Brady in return.
and probably lose first round picks. I'm guaranteed.
And probably some first-round picks. And every single Miami Dolphins fan we know would just be like, you could just sit there and you literally hear
aneurysm.
their heads would just literally just, I don't think they would explode, they would implode because their brains would come out from their ears
But at least-
so fast with such a furious force.
But
It
at
was like,
least Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony and all those guys would be there to watch the games.
Yeah.
it's true.
But the biggest thing is
And he could blow kisses in the stands when he throws pick sixes as
Brady
the games as the
and
playoff games ends.
Brady's upset, so he's not giving his all. The interviews today, the interviews for the past week of him being like, I feel bad. I think I owe it to my coaches. I owe it to my teammates to go give it one more shot. Where did this one more shot come from? Like a month ago, he was just saying he wants to play 5 more years. And then 5 weeks later, after this, whatever that happened,
I want one more shot.
he's like, "Oh, I just feel bad. Let's
He
just play
sound-
one more time.
He sounds like he sounds like Dr. Fauci. Just one more shot.
One more time. I was
Just
going with
one
the
more
song.
shot. That's all it takes. I just need that one more shot.
No, we're going with music. That's 2-1.
Sorry.
Yeah, but mine was funnier.
That doesn't matter.
And more
2-1.
topical. But anyway, but at the end of the day, I mean, Giselle didn't just like go to like her like other house in Florida or whatever. She went back to like Colombia or Venezuela or whatever.
Brazil.
Wherever she's from.
Brazil.
You named every South American country besides Brazil, the biggest one.
Panama, Uruguay, Paraguay,
Paraguay,
Colombia, Argentina. It's like, how about the big one? Panama? Like, no.
Panama 2?
Panama 2?
No one just knows probably in Patagonia.
Well, she's rich. She doesn't actually go back to Brazil. She'll get killed.
Yeah, she goes Patagonia, up in Chile, some shit.
Yeah, she goes to like a rich place in
But
Brazil.
I said it either last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was in the show.
Big Nazi influenced Germans over there.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
Sam,
boys from Brazil.
Very,
Are
very
you not
I
up to date on your World War II history?
serious.
What happened?
You know,
Mad Nazi Germans,
dude,
down in
mad
South
Nazis
America.
after World War II
Oh, Escape.
escaped to Brazil.
Oh,
what do you think the boys
oh.
from Brazil?
I thought.
I was
where
like,
do you
she's
think-
down there hanging out
And
with
where do you think NASA recruited half of their fucking help from in the 50s?
First of all, he's like,
If
oh,
you walked
Nazis
into a
are
NASA,
hard.
if you walked into a NASA launch room and yelled "Hail Hitler" at any point, you had like 20 of them would stand up and be like, "Yes, sir."
Oh, shit.
Like,
no,
oh, damn it!
No, never
fuck,
mind.
son of a bitch. Never mind, nothing.
To the moon, yeah, ha, yeah.
Oh,
we go.
to the moon. I mean, to the moon.
Yeah. Sorry, I just do that in there.
I know
So-
German such an angry language. It probably sounds like "I can do den Krakenwagen," and you're like, "What?" And he's like, "I asked you, can you please help me?" You're like, "Could you say it less aggressively and angrily?"
Didn't Rammstein make a point of that exact comment? They made a song about making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it sounded vicious and angry.
Yeah, it's German. Of course it did.
Yeah. They made a whole shtick about it, saying, like, no matter what we say.
I follow this guy on TikTok who does like languages, like, and they'll just say like one word in all the different languages, and it's almost always Germany, where they're like, everybody's in agreement except Germany, like ambulance, ambulanza, ambulance, like all these different things, right? And then you get to Germany, it's like Krakenwagen, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
nutty.
you couldn't, y'all just decided to be like, fuck everybody else. I mean, to their credit, they do their own thing. But anyway, I digress. But
No,
anyway,
it's just
Giselle went down to Brazil.
yeah. Giselle just got away for a bit, and that was a bad sign. It just feels like Brady's not prepared, not into it.
He's not
I
into it.
still
He's not.
think-
He's very prepared because, like you said, he's got the answers to the test. You know, I mean, in
6 years ago now, 7 years ago.
right, but he's not wrong. There's nothing anybody can do that's really going to fucking like surprise Tom Brady. Now, the level of execution, that's a different story.
I still think he's
Which
gonna get hurt.
Did I not just say that earlier today?
What?
I said,
I said I don't think Brady is going to finish all 17 games this
He
year.
did say that.
I said that like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'm positive that this is gonna
But
be.
what
the year
makes
to
you
get
think that he's going to get hurt, you think?
The offensive line is in shambles. He's not into it. It seems like there's just this black cloud hanging over the Buccaneers organization right now. And it all has to do with the fact that Tom Brady doesn't want to be there. They got rid of Bruce Arians, which I think is addition by subtraction. However, I'm not so sure I trust Todd Bowles to really.
Todd Bowles is just as bad.
Yeah, right. I mean,
They asked Todd Bowles what
He
happened
might
to Brady.
actually
Who's
be
their backup?
worse.
Who's their backup?
There's no backup.
to
Trask.
Brady?
Trask.
Yeah, Trask.
Kyle Trask.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. They're
Florida.
fucked. All right, yeah, they're fucked.
Exactly. They're fucked. The Bucs are fucked. I'm telling you right now, the Bucs are fucked.
Shit, I had him in my Final Four and shit.
But Todd Bowles was just like he's whatever about everything. They're like, oh, how's the team going? Oh, it takes time. But he's not like Belichick gets away with that shit. Like Belichick's been accomplished. He looks like a homeless person. Like
Because Bill Belichick
he
earned
gets
it.
away with that shit. Todd Bowles, you can't be like, oh, it is what it is. It's like, what the fuck do you
Todd
mean it is
Bowles,
what it
You
is?
don't
not a
have
bad,
time,
not a bad
bro.
coach. Great coach, actually. Fantastic coach. Now, when I say coach, I don't mean head coach. I've seen. Listen, Todd Bowles is
Great
a coordinator.
defensive coordinator.
Awesome, A+, number one of the best. Take him any day of the week on my team. As a head coach, no thanks. I'm pretty nonplussed by that idea.
Absolutely.
And
same,
I think
same agreement.
And I think that the Glazers and the Bucks and everybody else, they're kind of hoping that like, all right, well, we got Tom Brady, so we'll gloss over the fact that we have a shit.
We'll fill seats.
Yeah, we'll fill seats. That's all they're worried about, and they're gonna fill seats until Brady gets hurt, probably around like week 4 or 5, and then
Nah,
it'll be
It's to be like week 10.
no, it'll be like week 4 or 5. It'll be something minor.
It's the
and
mid-
then week 10 will be the major injury that
It's the-
really
it's-
fucks him.
it's
It'll
the
be
mid-season quiff.
Think Brett Favre 2010.
Oh, the heel.
Yeah, remember he got like hurt in like week 4 or 5, and everybody was like, "Oh, this sucks." And then he came and gutted it out and threw like 10 interceptions against the Patriots in Foxborough. And it was turning, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's playing with a torn quad, a torn calf, no Achilles. Both of his ACLs are ruptured, and oh yeah, he's got a grade 72 concussion." You're like, "What's that?" He's like, "Well, basically
He's dead.
He's brain dead." And we're like, "Oh."
New Netflix documentary,
Yeah.
The Man Who Lost It All.
And,
Divorce,
right, and then he's
Brandon.
like, and it's like, oh, that explains why he was sending dick pics to a chick who was like 25 years younger than his wife, who looked exactly like his wife when she was 25 years younger. All makes sense now. And then the media was like, yeah, that's it. They just went along with it because Brett Favre was a media darling and still is. He's my darling, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But you get what I'm saying is I think it's going to follow that kind of same path. Brady's going to get something's going to happen to Brady in like week 4 or 5, maybe even earlier, and it's going to be like, and then every week we're going to be on Brady in like injury watch, and then finally like week 7, 8, 9, 10, something like in there, it's going to be like, oh no, there it is. And then Brady will never be the same. He will ride off into the sunset on a wheelchair, a la Paul Pierce in Game 1 of the Finals in 08. But the only difference was he will not return.
Bye.
What am I jealous of? The one title the Celtics won in 36 years? Oh, no.
No.
Yes, I'm so heinously jealous.
No, you're jealous that Paul Pierce had a gallbladder attack and they wheeled his ass off and he came back and he's like, I'm stronger than ever.
Such a bitch.
Just it makes you laugh. Come on. Same thing with LeBron. LeBron's like, oh, I got cramps. He gets carried off the court. He comes back. He's like, I had one Gatorade. I'm
Bro,
good.
I have been brought to my knees by calf cramps at 4 a.m. many
No,
a time.
I mean, no, you know what I mean. You mean the over-exaggeration of athletes.
Okay.
Like, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's because like, America, we went through this, like, phase, like, 15 years ago where we were, like, infatuated with being more European and more like Europe. And I feel like that was, like, the first thing to infiltrate was, like, we had to, like, be way more hurt than we are. Like, as Americans, we used to be like, don't let them see you hurt. Get up. Walk it off. Don't ever let them see you sweat. You know, we're tough. And then we were like, but we want to be more like the Europeans. They're so cultured and they have such nice things. And we were like, okay. And then and the first thing that we did was like, somebody flicks you on a sports game court, and you're like, ah!
At least Europeans made you believe they had like a weird like magic spray that worked.
Yeah, they got the magic spray and the
They got
Capri
magic
Suns and the orange
spray.
slices.
Yeah, they got the magic spray.
They just
And
run
the
over
guy's
there and they're
"Oh,
like,
I'm good,
and the
bro,
guy's
yeah."
like, I was on a stretcher 30 seconds ago, but now I'm back. And it's like, Timmy Trumpets comes out and he's like, bah, bah, bah,
Yeah.
bah, 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 bah.
I'm sorry. I still love watching like the soccer highlight bloopers where they come in like on those like stretches to carry the guys out.
And they just keep dropping them.
And the guy
See
doesn't
the
know how
one
to pick
where
him up.
he lifted up
Picks
into
it
his
into
ass?
that's what I was
Yeah, I
gonna
saw
say.
that
Picks
one
him
the
up
other day.
into his ass, and the guy just goes.
He's like, what the fuck, man? Come on, I'm already fucked up. Like,
It's like, these guys work for the visiting
He
team.
picked him
God
up
damn it.
into his ass,
I said I was like, dude, that guy's fired.
and then he
He's
dropped
good.
him on his own head.
They're like, oh yeah, it's such a serious injury. We're gonna get him off in a stretcher.
What about the one on the fucking horse, bro? Where they strap the dude on the horse and the horse starts bucking and flips the dude off. He's on a fucking backboard, like all jacked up, and he's on a horse. I'll find it. But I'm just saying, that one's fucked up.
I remember that one. I remember it.
You've
But
never
anyway.
seen that one?
No, I've seen it.
774-992-8702.
I know
Let's
exactly what
dive
you're
in.
talking
Let's
about.
dive into our season picks.
Oh my god.
We're gonna do our season picks. This is the highlight of the show. So for those of you that don't know, it is the Tuesday night before the season officially kicks off. We've got less than 48 hours before the season is underway. This time, Thursday night, we will be in the midst of, I would imagine, the second quarter.
Oh, he's fucked.
The guy tries. The guy tries slide tackling the horse. As
Did
it's
not
all
happen.
taking
No, I
happen.
know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I brought that up. You've seen that one, Joe.
I've seen it, yeah. But anyway, Sarah, no, Brady's definitely getting divorced. Giselle's divorcing his ass.
No, it's probably the other way around.
Okay, well, whatever. They're getting divorced.
It feels like that's true now.
This relationship is on the rocks, and there is no coming back.
No. I mean, yeah.
My God, I have tears in my eyes from that goddamn
Who
guy.
knows?
It was such a stupid idea.
I know. I thought it was hilarious.
We should be more like the Europeans. They're so cultured. Yeah. Anyhow, let's get into our picks. So, all right, this is it. Tuesday night before the season starts for the last, what year is this? 2022.
9.
We started doing this. For the last 9 years, we have made our picks on this night for the season. So this is our official picks. So like and share the video. Make sure you get it out there.
Can we turn on the NFL music and talk over? Or nah.
In this day and age, I won't even bother because we will probably get the show pulled.
Fucking out.
It'll kill the stream. I mean, it killed the stream the other night
Facts.
just for like some dumb shit.
Like some Nike shit.
Yeah, like it
Right,
was like
or
stupid
whatever
as
it
shit. Like
was.
no, it was the Edwin Diaz video, which
Oh, that's what got it.
yeah, and it killed the whole stream. Like it was just like you've been kicked off of Facebook indefinitely. You communist scumbag stealing thefts, and we're like, bruh.
Yeah, we're not
Like-
taking away your billions of dollars.
No,
Relax.
yeah, we're not. Yeah, no one's
Billions
no
of
one's taking,
dongs.
no one's taking any money from you.
And if anything, we're promoting it.
There you go.
That's enough.
Oh, we're fucked now.
Yeah, we're fighting out, right? The NFL's gonna like burst through my front door.
What?
You know, with like
You don't have the
machine guns.
express
Grab
rate
your
consent.
You have the express rate consent to use that? No.
Grappling hook goes through the fucking window.
Yeah.
Always,
Oh,
always
shit.
makes me laugh in Family Guy. Do you have the verbal and consent?
Just
Only
the
written. And they start firing.
And they just blow away his VCR. All right, boys, let's do this. Season picks. This is it. This is what we're gonna. This is where we put our money where our mouth is.
balls to
Put your
mouth.
picks out, bro.
And
I'm just
we
kidding,
put
man.
our picks down. Paul and I did ours today at Buffalo Willie Tits in the midst of a round of big buck hunters. We did 2 treks. Paul killed it, by the way.
Fuck you. Not that good, but
No,
I,
the first
I did
one. No,
reclaim
the
top
first.
spot.
The first one. The first trek.
On
Paul
the-
reclaimed
I'm
the top
surprised. I'm
spot.
surprised you didn't buy that for your basement. By the way,
I'm gonna build one.
It's like fucking $5,000, bro.
No, it's not.
Yes,
you
it
buy a
is.
used. You buy a used one.
No, even a used one's like 2,400, 2,500.
Big deer hunter.
Yeah, and then you got to get it calibrated, which is another like $700 anyway. So
No, I could do that on my own. That's just
No.
that's pretty easy.
Nah,
But
maybe.
Don't be poor.
no, I'm just gonna build my. I'm gonna build my own. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
so
build
just
my own.
buy a new
There
one.
you go.
I'm gonna build my own.
Yeah, do that.
Like they have a Wii that has guns,
Wii U.
and then you marry that to the big buck hunter. It's easy. Like I got a whole. There's about 20,000 threads on Reddit on how to build
Just
your own big buck
jailbreak
hunter.
some
Shit.
shit and-
Yeah, it's
cross
fucking easy.
platforms.
I'm gonna
You-
build my own.
You need a Raspberry Pi. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
What he said.
I know. I knew.
I've looked into it.
It's
'cause
amazing.
I
I know
was-
how computers
I-
work.
He said something, I was like, what the fuck?
You wanna
is
eat a
Raspberry
pie?
Pi?
No, Raspberry Pi. Seriously, I want to build one myself and put it in my downstairs.
Do you want to go spruce us before we do picks?
No.
Yeah, fuck
Because
it.
yeah, all right. So
What
me-
division would I do first?
Well, what do you have lined up first, Sean?
I would say I'm better with the AFC because obviously.
All right.
it's
Well,
my
I got
division.
so I can do any division at any rank.
Let's start with South. Let's go South.
No, well, NFC or AFC, bruh.
AFC.
You want to go AFC South?
Yeah.
Well, we gotta wait for Paul to get back for that.
I know,
because
it's
that's
his division.
It's his division. Listen, Sarah, I'm just saying, you might be right. They might not get divorced, but this is definitely going to put a strain on the relationship.
Sorry.
What the? Were you beatboxing?
I was doing like an 8-bit of like the NFL.
You sound like Eric Thurman, the generic version. You know what's fucking hilarious to me is like Paul and I were talking the other night. We at the fantasy draft on Sunday. So we had our fantasy football draft on Sunday. I'm not going to bore you with the details because nobody cares about your fantasy team.
Yeah.
But oh, by the way, while I got y'all here, there is a pick'em league that is linked on the Row One
Fuck, I
Seat
gotta
One
do
on the Row One Seat One page. If you want in it, it's free. The winner will probably get a Row One Seat One T-shirt or some shit like that. So jump in that; it's free. The password and the group ID is there. The link might not work, so you might have to use the group ID and the password, which is Row One Seat One, no caps,
No
all
cap.
spelled out. ROW, the number 1, SEAT, the number 1. Is the password, and then the group ID is I can get you the group ID right now, but it's right there in the post, so you don't have to. You might have to do it manually. It's just so stupid. I don't understand. Like I've been a diehard Yahoo guy, pretty much my whole entire fantasy career. I can say with pretty much 100% certainty. I won't be using Yahoo next year.
Yahoo's trash. No offense.
Their fantasy football stuff is good, but like as a commissioner, they don't make anything easy on you. Like entering the teams is a wicked pain in the fucking ass. entering doing anything commissioner wise, they don't make it easy at all.
Pain in the dick.
Huge pain in the dick. Let's see. Hold on. Where is the thing? Oh, and about this guy who plays in for Michigan State, whose name is Coxlam. Pretty dope.
His name is His name is really Coxlam.
Coxlam.
Hey, we're doing AFC South first.
You posted it, dude.
Nah, that's a fake jersey.
You posted it.
All right. So
I
who's
wanted
picks
it.
for AFC South you guys got?
All right. Anyway, I'll get the fucking thing.
I'm going Houston.
Whatever. It's on our Facebook page. It won't let me.
What?
It won't let me view it. All right. So we're gonna kick it off with the AFC, and we're gonna start Paul in your division, in the AFC South. So Paul, on the blessed
This is for the record.
6th of September, 2022, the official pick segment for the 2022 season has begun with the AFC South. Why don't you go ahead, Paul, and give us your picks for the AFC South? Just in order, 1 through 4. Who's winning it? Make some comments if you shall.
Colts are winning, obviously. That's my homeboys. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Maybe have a decent quarterback on the center, which we have in Matt Ryan, I think, plus a pretty solid overall roster. So I think the Colts are going to win. I got Titans at 2, Jags, and then the Texans.
So you got Colts, Tits, Jags, Texans.
Yes. Yep. Those are my AFC South picks, yeah.
Sean, your AFC South pick, sir.
My AFC South picks are going to go as follows. I am going to go with the Indianapolis Colts first in the division.
Damn right.
But I'm going to go with Indianapolis Colts at 10-7. I think they're good.
Really? Low win total.
I think they're good, but I don't think they're great. Okay? I love the Indianapolis.
Show
I love the Indianapolis Colts defense. I'm not crazy about their offense. I like Matt Ryan. Michael Pittman's number 1. I don't know how I really feel about that.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. So everything relies on JTT and an old Matt Ryan to get used to a new offense. That's why I'm saying 10-7, but they still win the division. Second, Tennessee Titans. Sorry, I think they take a huge fall back from grace. I'm not a Tannehill fan. They lost almost every single one of their wide receivers. They have Derrick Henry, who got hurt at the end of last year, and he's still not really, reports coming out of camp is he's not feeling too great out of that. I think the Titans are still 9-8. I think they're above 500, but I think they missed the playoffs. Third, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to say Jacksonville Jaguars go with a paltry 3-14. Very healthy, but they are third in the division, which means that there's someone below them. So I'm going to go with the Houston Texans, 1-16.
Wow, that's rough.
One win for the Houston
I just
Texans.
think that Lawrence is going to have such a better year himself, but the team's just not there. So, and obviously the Titans just have better overall players. I don't know. I'm with you on the whole 1 through 4. We matched 1 through 4s there.
I really wanted to say
So-
I wanted to pick someone to be 0-17, but I was like, I think they'll win one.
Someone's going to win one this year. We're not having an O for this year.
Definitely not.
No,
You
there'll
can
be
put
no over
20
in the
up,
AFC
you can
South. So I've got the Colts winning the AFC South. Now,
As they should.
I look at the Colts as a team that is basically to me, in a lot of ways, they are a spitting image of the Broncos, where they had a great roster. Like 2 through 53 was awesome, but they needed the quarterback. And last year with Carson Wentz, they didn't have it. Last year, the Broncos didn't have it with Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm going Colts number 1, and I'm going Colts number 1 in that division by a long shot. I think the Colts are going to win 12, possibly more games. I'll put them at 12-4, 5, because I'm you know what? No, I'm not doing this 17-game record bullshit.
Yes,
Fuck
you are.
No, the 12-win benchmark still stands.
Do it, you pussy.
12 wins is about as good as you can claim a team to be preseason, unless you truly think that team is going to be elite. And I think the Colts have the makings. They have the makings of an elite team. When you look at that defense with Shaquille Leonard
Shaq
and
Leonard.
DeForest Buckner and what they have going on defensively,
Ngakoue,
they've got players and they've got a great defense.
Stephen Gilmore.
You flip it over. Yes, exactly. They've got ballers on that defense. That
Doing
defense
all right.
is going to be stacked. That will be a top 5 defense at the end of the year. Write it down. Click, click. Offensively, they have one of the best offensive lines in the league. They have one of the best running backs in the league.
People sleep on Naheem Hines
Now-
too, bro.
to Sean's point, Michael Pittman's your number one. It doesn't really make me feel all that ecstatic and warm and fuzzy when you look at the skill position players. However, when I look at the upgrade that they made from Carson Wentz to Matt Ryan in the offseason, and you saw that what Carson Wentz was able to – that team should have been an 11-12 win team last year.
It was dog shit.
Matt Ryan is 100% going to get them to that threshold. Matt Ryan is going to make it so that the Indianapolis Colts run away with the AFC South. I don't even think this is going to be anybody's business as to who's going to win this game. By the time we get to Week 10, this is going to be the Colts division to lose. The Titans are going to scrap and claw.
They're still going to be 2 games behind
because they have Mike Vrabel and they're a well-coached team with a good defense and they've got good players. That being said, I think the Titans are going to have an identity crisis at quarterback before the season is over, and Malik Willis is going to be the starter for the Tennessee Titans before this year is done. Ryan Tannehill will lose that job to Malik Willis.
If that's happening, I will give them an extra win. I'll give them 10 wins if Malik Willis starts. I think Malik Willis is special enough.
I'm not even going to go as far as to give them 10 wins because I think Ryan Tannehill is going to put them in such a hole because he's going to be looking over his shoulder early on.
Okay.
That I don't think that the Titans are. Now, I was this close to putting the Jaguars second in the division because I think that's how close the Titans and the Jaguars are going to be because of the quarterback controversy that is going to brew in Tennessee. Now, I could be wrong. Mike Vrabel could be a 10,000 times better coach than I'm giving him credit for, and he could weather this storm nicely and just nice and easy. Nice kind of easy-peasy transition. But I could see this going a lot like what Jake Plummer to Jay Cutler did, where you see the physical talents, you see the limitations of one guy, you see the upside of the other guy, you pull the trigger, you go to him, and the other guy just can't quite get it done in his rookie year, and now all of a sudden you're looking at 2023. Now, they do have Derrick Henry, my chocolate stud pony, who is going to absolutely maul people. And I pray to God he stays healthy because there is few things in the world that I love more than watching Derrick Henry run the football. I mean, that dude is just an absolute fucking monster. Like, watching Derrick Henry run the football is like watching Barry Bonds come up to bat. It's like watching David Ortiz. It's like watching The Undertaker or Stone Cold. You just
I know.
You just immediately tune and you go, oh shit.
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
What's
he gonna fucking do?
How is this?
How many people are you gonna run through?
How is this gonna end?
69.
Not good for the other guys,
69.
but probably.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not gonna end well. But it's gonna be spectacular to see. So I was in a very tight race between the Titans and the Jags to finish second in that division. I'm gonna give the nod to the Titans because I do think they have the better coach team, and I think Vrabel is gonna do a better job managing that gap between a potential Tannehill meltdown, Malik Willis ascension, on the back of my chocolate stud pony. Then I got the Jags, and of course I got the Texans, even though I love Davis Mills, and I think that team is actually now going to somehow, some way, find a way to actually be decent. The Texans aren't going to be like an 0-for-17 or not even a one-win team. I think they'll probably win 4 or 5 games. All right, maybe 3 or 4 based on luck and the way the ball bounces. But, yes, they will finish 4th in the division. So, Colts, Tits, Jags, Texans. Yeah. So, we're all in agreement. On the order.
1 through 4.
We just don't necessarily agree on
why
those teams are going to feel that. And I'm telling you right now, if the Jaguars finish second in this division of the Colts, I will not be surprised at all. I said it back in April and May. I love what the Jaguars are doing. I love this team that they're building. I know they overpaid for Christian Kirk and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But I do like what the Jaguars are doing in terms of the guys that they're going out and getting. They had the cap space so they could afford to overpay this year, but they're getting guys in there that are going to make them competitive so that when they actually hit on a couple more draft picks, because they're going to be drafting in the top 10 for probably the next, at least this year, this is going to be a place where guys are going to go, all right, yeah, no, I can see the direction this franchise is heading. I might go there because they're going to have sunshine and they're going to be able to attract players. So I like the Jags in that division a lot. I think the tits could slip up, but I'll put the tits at 2. So I'll
Okay.
go Colts, tits, Jags, Texans.
Same shit.
All right. What division you want to do next?
I would say we go the opposite of South and we go North. AFC
I
North.
like the North because you know what? The AFC North is a very, very, very fun division to talk about because you have obviously the Deshaun Watson drama with Cleveland. You've got the Steelers naming Mitchie Tribs, a guy who I was super high on this offseason, if you remember. Super high on. If the Broncos hadn't gotten Russ Wilson and we had to go get Mitchell Trubisky to be our quarterback, I honestly wouldn't even be mad about it right now. I would be pretty stoked on that. Now, not like, oh my God, we're gonna win a Super Bowl, but like, hey, this is a decent reclamation project. What better place to go if you're a reclamation project than the Pittsburgh Steelers, who know how to draft wide receivers,
Stability.
have stability. They haven't had a losing season since 2003. I mean,
Didn't they have a losing season
No.
like 3-4 years ago?
8-8. They haven't had a losing season since 2003. You've got a fascinating division up there. So, Sean, go ahead. Give us your.
I'm going to
picks.
go. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think this is going to be controversial, and well, maybe not. I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens are going to be my top pick. I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens because
Why is that controversial?
everyone's expecting Cincinnati to still be there.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the Twitter, well, at least a lot of the social media love, I feel like is for Lamar Jackson.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, Warren
He's-
Sharp is literally like jizzing his pants about Lamar Jackson every tweet. Every time he tweets about Lamar Jackson, I feel like another like baby in China is born because he ejaculated.
I think Lamar. I don't want to spoil picks or anything like that. So I'm going to say yes. If Lamar is healthy, I think Lamar has a great season because Lamar wants to be paid. Guys in contract years, I've said it in the show for however many years I've been here. Guys in contract years are the best people you want on your team.
Always.
They try the hardest. They're more focused. They have better stats. They try harder. They go the extra mile when you don't need them to. They come in early. They leave late. Baltimore Ravens are going to be driven by Lamar Jackson this season. They have an incredible defense always. They always add to the pass rush. They're going to have an immense pass rush again this year. They have a great offensive line to block no matter who is running, whether that's J.K. Dobbins, whether that's Lamar Jackson himself, whether that's some running back they picked up off the fucking scrap heap and he runs for like 800 yards in the season. They always find runners that do well, and they draft defensive ends and blitzers that do well. Plus, they have a great secondary as well. That team has never not had a great secondary. They always have like great guys here and there, constantly.
Well, they've always had good players. But yeah, I can name a few times they haven't had a great secondary, but I'd be going back 15 years.
But generally, they have good secondaries and good defenses.
The Baltimore Ravens draft well. They staff well. They very rarely ever have deficiencies on that roster outside of the quarterback.
I'm going to say this is the start of my theme I'm going to run here tonight. There's going to be a lot of parity in the NFL this year where a lot of teams are going to have similar to the same record. So I'm saying the Baltimore Ravens are 12-5. I think they're that good. Second, it's a tie. I'm going to say tiebreaker is Cincinnati over.
Just so we're clear,
Yep.
if you're picking a team to win 12 games, in my opinion, in my looking back, when you're picking preseason,
Yep.
if you pick a team to win 12 games, you believe that is an elite team that can win the Super Bowl.
I think they're in my Final Four, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. No, I'm just saying that,
Okay.
that as long as we're all on the same page, I think 12 wins is as much like if you ever pick a team over 12 wins preseason, you're either doing what I do when you pick the Broncos going undefeated every year and trolling people, or you actually believe that team is going to be a historically good team. 12 wins is an elite team in the NFL.
They were
Historically,
one bullshit call away from the Super Bowl.
historically, I'm not saying historically good, but I think their offense can be
I'm not saying
phenomenal.
historically good. I'm just saying elite within the league this year.
Yes. Second, I'm going to give the tiebreaker to Cincinnati. I'm saying they go 10-7. Tiebreaker is going to be over the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I also have at 10-7. And then I will say the Cleveland Browns finish at a very crisp 6-11.
Chris.
And the only reason why I say this, the Cleveland Browns are finishing at 6-11, you're literally missing Deshaun Watson for 11 games. He's going to come back game 12. I'm assuming he's going to start. He's probably going to play like shit. the 12th game, and you have Jacoby Brissett. You have Jacoby Brissett going to run an offense that's going to completely change by week 12 because what Jacoby's going to run and what Deshaun's going to run is two completely different offenses as quarterbacks. That Cleveland team is going to be a mess this season. Everyone knows it. The fans know it. The ownership knows it. Everybody knows it. I don't know.
Wait till you see where I put them.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about Cincinnati. I want Cincinnati to be better than 10-7, but I feel like Cincinnati is going to have that. You had your shot last year. You got to the big game. You didn't make it, and now you fall back. You back to the pack. Because last year we said it so many times. They had a lot of luck hitting. Their defense was playing good. Their defense is not great. Let's be real.
Cincy's defense was not good last year. I think they were 17th in the league in points allowed, and they lost key players.
They did keep Bates, the safety, who was a very nice player, but they didn't really add anything. They keep adding on offense. I get it. You have a star quarterback and a star wide receiver, and you want to keep adding on offensive players. That's been proven, though. It does not win. Like, you can just go back to so many offenses that just don't win it. Like, they can get you games, and they can get you points, they can get you viewers, but it's not guaranteed to get you to the big game. That's my division. I have Ravens.
I was right. They were 17th of 32 in terms of points allowed. They give a 22.1 a game. So they're middle of the pack.
I'm going Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Cleveland Browns. That's my division.
Who do you got in the North?
Me, North. Actually, it's kind of funny. I mean, I still got Bengals on the top. I still have them ousting. I mean, Joey Burrow coming back. I mean,
Joseph.
The kid's seasoned as fuck. I know you say they only got Jamar Chase and like receiving things like that. And,
No, they got tons of weapons on offense.
Bitch fixing things like that. I know the defense maybe lags, but I still think, because that division as a total just fucking blows. Honestly, it just fucking blows. I mean, Lamar Jackson the Ravens are like a one-dimensional team, if you ask me. They build everything around Lamar and how well he's doing. If he's not doing well, the Ravens suck. If he's doing well, the Ravens are great.
That's
of course. Yeah,
so,
the Ravens definitely go the way Lamar
goes.
Honestly,
he's Michael Vick.
I got them third. I got the Steelers going. I got the Steelers second just because the consistency of the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers is just ridiculous, and I can't count them out being still that consistent, given that they got Tribs in, no more Ben, you know what I mean? They got a couple changes here and there, but like nothing too crazy. And then I ended up having the Browns at fucking fourth. So it's basically just Bengals, Steelers, Ravens,
what's your Browns record?
Browns record's probably like fucking 5 games, bro. I think they win in 5. This is the fucking Browns we're talking about. We say this every year. And every year we still watch fucking SportsCenter and all this shit and wonder why the Browns get all this fucking publicity and all this fucking screen time when they suck.
That's
when
why.
you guys stop paying rapists or whatever the fuck Deshaun Watson is, alleged sexual aggressor or whatever the fuck he is. I don't know. Whenever you stop paying him guaranteed 200 something, like stop doing Browns things and you'll get the respect. But until then, you're always going to be fucking last because you're the fucking Cleveland Browns, and that's where you belong.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree. I think the Browns are going to finish last in the division. I really do. I don't see how they're going to weather this storm without Watson for 11 games. By the time he gets back, it'll be too late. Listen, I like Jacoby Brissett, and I actually like that. I actually kind of like that Cleveland defense. But, dude, they're going to lose their opening day game to Carolina.
For the 30th year in a row or whatever.
Baker Mayfield is going to come out and light them the fuck up.
Big time.
I think they're. So. I agree with you guys. I think the Browns are a 5 or 6 win team now. I don't think that means that their talent will reflect their record, because I think outside the quarterback position, I think they're a pretty good team. But I think with all the distractions and the constant questions and everything else, it's going to be a lot to muster for 11 games. You know what I mean? We're talking 2.5 months of the NFL season. They're not getting a real quarterback until end of November. And
teams are already in full swing by then.
By that point, like, you've either found out who you are or what you're going to be, and if you aren't, you aren't. And that's not to sound cliche, and I don't want to inject those stupid, like, football, like, little football things in, but, like, you either are or you aren't by the time Deshaun Watson gets back on the field. And who's to even say that he hasn't diddled another fucking massage therapist by the time we get to week 11?
By the time Deshaun gets on the field, Kenny Pickett's going to have 4 nice season games under
right.
They oust Trubisky. And you know what I mean? Like,
but wait, I'm saying if Deshaun Watson comes back and the Browns are 3-7, let's say the Browns are 3-7.
Why would you even play him at that point?
Well, first of all, you're paying him, so you fucking want him out there.
Right, but I'm saying, but no, you're paying. Right, that's right. You're actually paying him. Right, you doesn't. No, but
No. Once his
Isn't it
suspension is
this
over,
year?
once his suspension over,
Doesn't matter.
He's being paid.
okay.
Those teammates are gonna be like, dog, we don't fucking care if you did it or not at this point. Like, we're done. Like, there's no way we're winning out the rest of these games.
Right,
There's
they're
no
gonna have to.
fucking way.
He's gonna have to come in. They're gonna win out. They might
Not
win
with
like 2
him.
or 3 games, depending on what. I haven't even. I'll have to look at the schedule a little bit more, but nonetheless,
Best you can go is 9-7.
right at that point, right, you're
No,
fucked.
9-8. No,
9-8. Yeah.
No, 10-7. I'm sorry. This fucking 17 games is fucking me all up. So yeah, if
I
you lose,
fucking hate the 17 games.
if they're 3-7 and you win out, the best you finish is 10-7.
10-7, and you're still going to be. Now you're competing with all 4 teams in the AFC West, 3 teams in the AFC East, and you're talking about the fact that. So I'll give you my division. I'm picking Baltimore. I'm with Paul. I'm going Baltimore to win the division because I think.
No, wait, you've been going with me. He picked
Baltimore.
Bengals.
Mine was the third.
Oh, you picked the Bengals. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
going
I
with you.
picked. I picked Cincy.
I'm going with Baltimore to win the AFC North. They just best coach quarterback combo right now, regular season wise. Now, what they do when they get to the playoffs, we'll discuss that in December. I don't think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win a Super Bowl. They're not even in my top 4, final 4. I don't even know if they'd be in my elite 8, if you will. I think they're kind of a division winner, one and done, wild card weekend because Lamar hasn't proven it to me that he can do it in the playoffs yet. Sorry, it is what it is. But I'm going to pick Baltimore to win the division because I think that they've got the best defense. They've got the best offense. They're the most complete team in that division as it stands right now. The surprise pick here, I think, is going to be I've got Pittsburgh finishing second. I think Mitchie Tribs is going to start the season. Something's going to happen. The homeboy is going to come in. And it's going to be Tommy Maddox, Ben Roethlisberger all over again.
Damn, Tommy Maddox. I haven't heard that name in like 20 years.
Fucking
Remember?
Maddox.
Tommy
That
Maddox?
Spider's crawling right into your drink. Oh, no, it's not. My depth perception is way off.
You're close though.
No,
It was on, but you were about a foot and a half off the back.
it was like dead on for this. And I was like,
Yeah.
he's going to go right into your
Oh,
drink.
he's dead as fuck now. You broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
The God rock down.
Yeah.
You heard
whatever
me.
the
I
fuck.
sound like Joe Biden. Perfect our soldiers. Perfect our soldiers.
Extremists.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where was I?
You were on your division, saying about the Steelers and finishing second.
Yes, so I'm going to put the Steelers at number 2 because I think they're that Pickett's going to come in. He's going to take over the reins from Trubisky at some point. And with the Steelers' ability to draft and put a good team on the field every single year, I think that is going to bode well for Pickett. I think Trubisky starting is just kind of I don't want to say a formality, but a nod. It's more of a shot at the rookie as a like, hey, get your game up
Right.
kind of thing. Not because he's not playing well, but because like, no. You got to earn this. Nobody's giving it to you.
Right.
You know, Ben didn't come in his first game as a starter. You're not coming in. He's a Hall of Famer. So I've got Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Then I'm going to put Cincy at 3rd in the division. I don't trust Cincy to repeat. I love their offense. I love Joe Burrow. I love Jamar Chase. Love Bitch Fix and Joe Mixon. CJ Uzama. I love everything about that offense. It's so hard to do that back to back when you have that bad of a defense in the NFL. And I know they lost a couple of guys in free agency. They didn't replace them with anybody that I really felt great about. I have to go back and look at the names. I know they lost a defensive lineman who was key last year in the playoff run, especially during the playoff run. I think he actually sacked Mahomes to knock him out of field goal range late in that AFC championship game. He left in free agency, and then they didn't replace him with anybody that I was really like stoked on. So I'm going to go with Cincy 3rd in the division. Not to say that they still can't make the playoffs because, everybody's, assuming that 3 teams in the AFC West are going to make the playoffs. I don't know if that's going to be true. And then I got Cleveland wrapping it up at the bottom here.
Yeah. As they should be.
So let's shift gears. Let's go over to the AFC East, Sean? Because I know this is where.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Yeah, you have been.
I don't mind going first.
Yeah, but you have been though. So
I know the
We'll keep
only
it the fucking same
only
rotation,
thing I don't like. You're gonna knock over everything. Okay, whatever. The chair just smashes into the microphone in this.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't really buy into all the Buffalo hype. I don't.
Really?
I don't buy into it. I just think last year was their time. Teams get ahead of themselves. They get cocky. They get confident. The following year they make a lot of mistakes. They fuck up. Everybody is underdogging the Patriots
Big time.
tremendously.
I know.
Everybody is underdogging the Jets. The Jets lost one player. Like, the Jets have a nice young core team. I don't think they're great yet, but they have a good young core team. They just lost Zach Wilson. Now they have Joe Flacco, who just fucking launches it up and prays for a flag.
Joe.
I'm sorry, Miami, they're still a quarterback away. I don't care what anybody says. They're a quarterback away from being a decent team.
Tua
Sorry.
ain't hucking it.
No, he's not. So, with that being said, number one pick in the division, still the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Buffalo Bills at 11-7. I am also taking the Patriots at 11-6. I'm sorry, 11-6. I'm doing both the Patriots and the Bills at 11-6, but Buffalo holding tiebreakers over the Patriots would put the Patriots at second place. Kind of like the same thing that happened last year. It came down to the wire the last week of the year. Buffalo was this unstoppable great team last year. Patriots finished one game behind them. One fucking game. And we can admit, all of us can admit here, the Patriots, maybe you guys don't want to admit this, but I think the Patriots are on par, the same, if not a little bit better than last year's team. We lost J.C. Jackson. Yes, we did. I don't think our corners are going to fall off that much. J.C. Jackson's already hurt.
I got no reason to believe or to think that the Patriots are going to be worse this year than they were last year.
We got faster at linebacker because all we had was Jamie Collins and we had Dante Hightower. Both have since moved on and retired. We brought in a lot of speedsters at the linebacker position to kind of beat up those guys in the flat.
You gave up on that receiver that you liked too for a long time.
Which one? N'Keal Harry?
Yeah.
Dude, he went to Chicago and died on the practice field.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, my legs.
Finally gave up on him.
Yo, Bill gave up on that dude, 2 years ago. I think both Buffalo. I think Buffalo is in for a rude awakening. I think a lot of their fans and I think a lot of the actual players think that this is going to be a cakewalk to get to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I think Josh Allen has been great. It bites my fucking ass.
I'm going to disagree with you there.
See, I got a little bit, yeah.
Wait. It bites my ass because I think Josh Allen's going to have another great season. But third, I'm going to go another tie. Third and fourth place, both 7-9. Jets and Miami, 7-9. I'm going to say Miami
you
finishes.
give the Jets a lot of credit.
I'm telling you, the Jets have a very good, talented team. They just need a fucking quarterback.
I tend to agree, and I think the MILF Hunter is going to be the guy, and he's supposedly going to be ready for week one.
But then you have Joe
Could be
Flacco.
ready for week
You have
one.
Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl quarterback. He's been in the playoffs. He has the
Joe Flacco is trash.
He has the experience. He is trash. I think he's absolute fucking dog shit.
Joe Flacco couldn't get it done 4 years ago.
The people
in Denver.
that were
He's not getting
saying
it done today
the people that were saying Joe Flacco is
trash.
elite is fucking retarded.
They're trash too.
But 7 wins for Joe Flacco, very doable. He's not great, but he's not dog shit. He's not Carson Wentz.
If Joe Flacco, listen, Joe Flacco. If Joe Flacco has to start week one, okay. But if Joe Flacco has to start week two, season sunk.
You're fucked.
Well, yeah, they're already going to finish fourth in the division. But I do think that team is very talented. They're a few good pieces away from being a very competitive team. I do think that same thing with Miami.
One being the quarterback.
Miami needs a quarterback. I don't care who it is.
All
It's
right,
not
so
Tua.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to give you my picks for the East, and then we'll get Paul's. I'm going to go Buffalo, New England.
Oh, we're just skipping over here now, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo, New England, Miami, New York.
Okay, same
So,
picks.
Bills, Patriots, Finns, Jets. That being said, I think your prediction of the Bills thinking this is going to be a walk, this is going to be a cakewalk, and they're going to just sit there and kind of like this is the AFC is theirs to lose. I think you're 100% wrong in that regard because I think you're going to get a totally different Bills team. I think the team to beat in the AFC is going to be the Bills because of how they lost that divisional game last year in Kansas City. Because I think that they saw victory get snatched from them with 13 seconds left to go in regulation, that they are going to leave nothing to chance, that they are going to plow it down everyone's throat, that the tip of the phallus of the Buffalo Bills will be firmly implanted in the back of the throat of every team that they play.
Why are you making eye contact with me? Stop.
For 17 fucking games and then some. The Bills are going to come out on an angry streak. I don't think they're taking anything for granted. In fact, I think it's the complete opposite. I think what happened to them last year is going to give them all the more reason to come out and just absolutely throttle teams and just say, nah, fuck this. We saw what happened last year. We had the number 1 ranked defense in the league last year. We went on the road into Arrowhead, and we got robbed. And that is never going to happen to us again. I don't think they're sitting on their laurels at all. I think they're doing the exact same thing. So I got the Bills in a runaway with the AFC East. Now, I think New England will make the 2 games competitive because they have Bill Belichick. But in terms of talent, the Bills have an infinite more amount of talent than the Patriots do at this point. I don't think anybody's going to say. I think you could even argue that the Dolphins have more talent than the Patriots. You might even be able to argue that the Patriots are the least talented team in the AFC East. However, I'm still picking the New England Patriots to finish second behind the Buffalo Bills in that division. And the reason why is because I have zero faith in Tua. And it's not because I love, you guys know it, I love the Pineapple Prince. I dubbed him the Pineapple Prince. I love Tua. I don't see how what are the Dolphins going to do? What did the Dolphins do this offseason besides trade $1 billion picks for Tyreek Hill?
They got that white head coach.
They got some kid that we've never heard of, who we think is a SoundCloud rapper on the side.
He was.
And we just think he's good, but we don't know. I mean, it was like 9 months ago, they were willing to commit felonies in the eyes of the NFL to get Tom Brady and Sean Payton to come over.
They were sending emails. We know this is tampering. Don't give a fuck.
Right. They're like, we'll pay fines. Do not care. That's how much they were willing to move on from Tua and the guy they just fucking hired. So what do we really? I mean, am I supposed to sit here and pretend like the Miami Dolphins are going to be some like upstart team this year? Listen, are they going to be good? Yeah, because I think Tua is actually pretty decent. I think he's, I'd say he's like the Polynesian Tim Tebow, if you will, with a little bit more accuracy.
How much week
lot
1?
more accuracy.
It's Patriots versus Dolphins week 1 again in Miami. The Patriots are already down in Miami practicing. Everyone's expecting the Miami to win this game because Patriots play.
Miami is 100%, spoiler alert, Miami's 100% losing this game.
That's what I keep telling everybody. Like, it feels like this has become like, now that Brian Flores is gone, I'm like, oh, thank God. I feel like we can actually win this game in Miami.
5 days from now at whatever, 4:30 in the afternoon.
Dolphins fans panicking.
Dolphins fans are going to be like, we should have gotten Brady and Peyton. What were we thinking? This is bullshit. Bell's cheating again. And that's what's going to happen. And they're going to go and
I'm at home.
they're going to lose their shit. And you know what, Sean? For the first time in our friendship, I am going to be laughing with you. I'm
busting out the cheating shirt.
I don't want the Patriots to be good. I don't want the Patriots to win. What I'm rooting for is me. I want to be right, and I want to be the winner. So when I pick the Patriots to win on Sunday, spoiler alert, I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Miami Dolphins in Miami week number 1.
Which they don't do.
Which they never do.
In September. In the heat.
It's not because I'm not enjoying this. Okay? I'm like the fucking Leonidas' wife getting railed by that fucking weird dude with the jerry curl. Like, I will not enjoy this. This will not be over quickly. Yeah, and treasure! And, it's August Leonidas. Like, no, I'm not all about that shit, bro. But the Patriots are going to beat the fucking Dolphins on Sunday. And I hate to fucking break it to you Dolphins fans, especially you delusional ones who are just sitting here like convincing yourselves. It's almost pathetic at this point. Listening to some of you trying to convince yourselves that the Dolphins are somehow going to it's going to be them and the Bills competing for the division. Like, are you fucking high? Did Bill Belichick suddenly quit and die? Like, no. Like, you think because Brady's gone, all of a sudden the Patriots dynasties are going to, like, be like, well, that's it. We're done here. See you later. No. Bill Belichick is still the greatest head coach of all time in any sport. Bill Belichick is still the smartest fucking football mind to ever grace the face of the earth. Okay? Then if you honestly believe that the Dolphins are going to compete with the Patriots for this division. Now, I'm not saying that, like, records-wise, the Patriots are going to blow the Dolphins away or anything. I think the Dolphins can do what they did last year and win a couple of games here and there, and they're going to be a pretty decent team. I mean, they have all the pieces they fucking should be. But to say they're going to be better than the Patriots, to me, is just fucking mind-boggling. And the amount of mental gymnastics you Dolphins fans are doing is insane. It's insane. I just can't, for the life of me, fathom how you could seriously sit there and look and be like, you know what? I know for the last 22 years I've been saying this and I've been wrong. But the 23rd time, baby, that's the fucking charm. Let's go. That's the one.
It could be.
We got Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. This is it. This is when we finally take the Patriots down.
And Jalen Waddle.
Waddle.
I
actually like Jalen.
I can't with the Dolphins fans. And the fucking thing that's pissing me out the most about Dolphins fans, I'm going to ask you all as a collective group to stop. Just stop. Just accept your place on the ladder. You're like third at best in that division. Just accept it. Maybe someday you'll draft the Josh Allen and you'll be good. But that day ain't today. It ain't tomorrow. You know, you tried getting Tom Brady. Not even within the last calendar year, you literally were willing. Your owner's willing to risk it all to tamper to get Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Risk it all.
Borderline racist comments about his coach on email.
Like, I mean, this is not.
Asked him to lose games on purpose.
This is not a fucking. This is not a fire drill. This is real shit that we're talking about. The Dolphins are in trouble, and they're going to finish third in that division. And I'm going to have the Jets a close fourth behind them because I think the Mill Slayer is actually going to come back healthy, and he's going to be good. So I got Buffalo, New England, the Dolphins, and the Jets. But the Dolphins, I mean, just stop. Just stop, Dolphins fans. Knock it off.
Just stop.
Just stop. Accept it. Just lay on your side. Accept it. I know. It's September. It's pre-week 1. This is when all 32 fan bases are as energetic and energized as they're going to be. I mean, Seattle Seahawks fans honestly think that they're going to beat the Broncos on Monday night. Next week.
Dude, that is a bad team. A bad team.
But don't tell that to a Seahawks fan on Twitter. They just sit there and they're like, well, we got rid of Russ for a reason. Really? So you could have Geno Smith and Drew Lock? That was your reasoning? Listen, as the biggest Drew Lock fan on the face of the planet, I can sit here with 100% certainty tell you I would trade Drew Lock for Russell Wilson any day of the week. This year, last year, 2 years ago, next year, doesn't matter. I would do it.
I hope they allow DK Metcalf just to do whatever he wants. 5
years from now, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Russ is retired. Still doing it.
Yeah.
Give me Russ. Give me death. All right, 774-992-8702. I saw we had a call. Whoever that was, sorry, I missed it. I had my phone blocking the show phone, which I have now switched because I had my newts. So whoever that was, want to call back.
Do it. Call it.
Let's get into the AFC West, boys. My division, my home.
Wait, did you go to the AFC East?
No.
Oh, we didn't even do your East picks.
Oh.
He's like,
sorry, who did you have in
So
the
I
East?
said don't skip.
No.
It doesn't really matter. No,
I mean, really wanted to rail on Miami fans for being completely delusional idiots.
I mean, I got Bills, Miami, Patriots, Jets. Bills because of course they're the best team.
You got Miami finishing second?
Yeah, I got them going like 10 wins, 9-10 wins. I think Patriots gonna be like 7 wins, and then the shitty ass Jets gonna be like 4 or 5 wins.
You only got the Patriots 7 wins?
Yeah.
Interesting. Joey Fast Radio, row 1, seat 1.
Yo.
Durant.
What's going on?
It didn't sound like him when he said yo.
Yeah, it didn't.
I was like,
waiting.
who's this?
I know.
Nah, it's me.
What up,
What's going
dog?
on?
What is poppin',
What's going
sir?
on?
We're right in the
that
division.
was me that that was me that called before. You were getting to AFC West, so I figured it was a good time.
No doubt. Yeah, we are at the AFC West, sir. What do you want to give us your AFC West predictions?
Yeah, man. I mean, if I had to predict it any other years, I mean, this year is definitely by far the hardest. I'll say that.
It is. It
Um,
definitely is because I can easily make a case for any one of the 4 teams to finish first or last.
yeah.
Seriously, I'm not even kidding. If you told me
Oh,
make a
absolutely.
case for all 4 of these teams, one case to make them for them all to finish first, one case for them to make them all finish last, I could do it, and I could make it very convincing, and it would be very easy.
Yeah, I agree.
For the first time in a long
Um,
time, we have a very competitive AFC West.
I mean, I'm pretty firm on 12-5 for us this year.
Okay.
You're talking for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's looking for the Raiders.
Yeah, for the Raiders.
12-5, huh?
I really hope, Durant, for your sake, because I like the team. The offensive line worries me. Defense worries me. If I'm a Raiders fan, but as a Patriots fan, fucking Josh McDaniels is the biggest worry. I keep harping on it because that dude is just gonna fucking build your hopes up and tear you down in one
No,
season.
I mean, I went through the schedule over and over a few times, and I like it at around 12-5 where we're at right now.
I mean, 12-5, where that's I don't know if you heard the earlier portion of the show. When you pick a team to go 12 wins, that means that you are picking a team to be an elite company. That is an elite, 12 wins is kind of the ceiling that you can realistically predict for a team preseason. You know what I mean? Unless you honestly believe that a team is going to be a historically good team. So you're telling me right now in your mind, and I know, but I just want to get it on record, that the Raiders are going to be one of the top 3 teams or 4 teams in the NFL this year.
We'll be 12-5 this year. I got 12 wins for us, brother. Listen, we had no number 1 receiver. He went to jail. We had no head coach, and we ended up winning 10 games last year.
Y'all drafted Henry Ruggs to be your number 1?
10 wins and a playoff win, and we were a throw away from going into OT with the Bengals, who ended up going to the Super Bowl.
I just said this today.
I like where we're at right now. We just added the best wide receiver in football.
Yep.
So
I literally just said that today. I was like, man, the Bengals were one bullshit call from the Raiders away from not being here right now because the Raiders should have won that game if you think about it. And I'm like,
It happens all the time,
Yeah,
though.
I
All
know,
the
I
time.
Not
know.
really, but whatever.
I like us at 12-5. I believe the Chiefs will be 12-5 also. The spoiler alert will be is that we're gonna sweep the Chiefs this year and take the division. The Chiefs will finish 12-5 also, but the Raiders will take the division.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you there. I don't think you guys are sweeping the Chiefs.
I don't really think the Chiefs are that hard of a team to beat these days.
I know, but
It's still Andy Reid. It's
the
still
Raiders,
Patrick Mahomes.
but the Raiders still lost 41-14 and 48-9 to them last year. I mean, it's not like they were even close to beating the Chiefs last year. The Broncos have a better case of.
I'm pretty sure we split with them last year.
Let's see. Unless you beat them, no. Let's see. You lost to them in. Nope, you lost. You lost to them in Week 10, 41-14, and then you lost to them in Kansas City, 48-9. In Week 14.
Well, I mean, this is definitely a different Chiefs team. I mean, they
I
were
know.
in the most
I'm not
they were in
disagreeing,
the
but I'm
most
just
salary
saying.
cap trouble. They
But
lost Tyreek Hill.
I
They
know.
lost Tyrann Matthew.
Yep, and
I
I get
mean-
it. You got to change your tune a little bit when you hear those numbers because they put 40 burgers on you both times, and I get that. And now you're saying you're going to do a complete 180, which I find difficult to believe given the state, like you've said on this show, of the defense and especially the offensive line. But yeah, okay, all right. You got the Raiders sweeping the Chiefs. Don't agree, but sure.
I got the Chargers at 9-8, third.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah, Chargers
like I
9
said the
wins,
last
huh?
time, I'm going to pump the brakes on them. I think, I don't think they're as good as advertised.
I mean, I tend to agree with that. I don't think that they're that great, but
I'd like to say what I got to look up the Chargers schedule. 9 wins for the Chargers this year, really? I
Yeah, I got
I had
9
them a
wins
little
for
bit
them.
higher than that, to be honest.
The Chargers, the thing the Chargers have a problem with is that you're banking on two guys defensively to do 85% of the work, and the offense is all on Justin Herbert's shoulders. Like, if you took Justin Herbert away from that offense, the offense is garbage.
But that's why it's not.
I know, but I'm just fucking saying. That's why it's not. Like, I fucking know.
Because he is there, bro. No, I know, but it's like, I don't know. I just think the Chargers I'd have to, like I said, I 9. It just sounds so low.
No, it sounds roughly right. I think
I mean, they won 9 last year.
I mean,
so.
I think the Chargers are about the same. I mean, yeah, sure, they brought in J.C. Jackson, already fucking hurt and needs surgery, and he's gonna be out a few weeks. And then what else?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack is old. Come on.
Khalil Mack is not what he was. It's even 2 years ago.
It's all just guys to help Bosa. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's big money. They went out and signed some people because they have to because they're in L.A. now.
I agree. I mean, is he a good player for sure? But he's on his 3rd team now for a reason.
Yeah, I agree.
True. Yep.
But then again, so is Von Miller. But Von Miller also has 2 Super Bowl rings with him. So
Von Miller's become like a journeyman at this point. He's like, fuck.
Von Miller's just an assassin. He's just like, yeah, hire me. That's my biggest
He's like
fear.
the Robert Horry. He's like, jump from team.
Right? He really is. He's like the Robert Horry of the NFL.
If the Bills win this year, I'll be like, fuck, dude, really?
Nah.
If the Bills win the Super Bowl this year with
Von
Von
Miller would have
Miller,
him with Denver, L.A., and fucking.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him Robert Horry. He needs to keep doing that for a couple more years.
Different, I know, but like.
but that's really hard to do in the NFL.
It is really hard to do.
It's easier to do in the NBA. But anyway, all right. And then Durant, what do you got the Broncos finishing at? Obviously, I know you. I noticed
3 and 14.
You haven't mentioned them yet, so you've obviously got them finishing 4th in division, which is blasphemy, and you'll be totally wrong. But go ahead.
I got them at 8 and 9. I think the Broncos are, first year with Russell Wilson, not really too much true coaching in place, and just, I think you guys are a few injuries away just from not really being competitive.
So what about? So okay. Nope, that's fair. That's fair.
It's 1 win up from last year, and
1 win up.
You got time. You re-signed Wilson to a big contract, and it definitely looks bright going forward. But right now, I don't see it. I got you guys 4th. So.
All right. Well, let me be the first to tell you, Durant, you are dead ass fucking wrong. The Broncos will win at least 11 games this year. At least
15.
At least 11.
Didn't you say they were going to win 15 games like 2 weeks ago?
I haven't gotten to my picks yet. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you said
We're
15.
taking the call right now. But nonetheless, I just want to be the first one to tell you that. That's all. That's all.
No, I mean, the Raiders will win more games than the Broncos this year, and Derek Carr will have better stats than Russell Wilson.
I don't think either one of those things is going to actually be true. I think Russ and Derek will be like similar statistically. Not like I don't think it'll be anything groundbreaking. I mean, I did keep Derek Carr in my fantasy league as opposed to drafting Russell Wilson this year.
Pick him with your last pick, asshole.
So it doesn't matter. I just didn't feel that the gap between Russ and Carr was going to be that great. Because I think the Raiders' offense, like I said,
that's fine, man. You got the best wide receiver in football, and it's his former teammate from college. It's going to be great. Just be prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for them to score a lot of points. I'm also prepared for them to give up a lot of points. And
I don't think the defense is as bad as you think. I think it's more so on the offensive line.
I honestly think the defense is going to be worse than I'm giving them credit for, but that's just me. But what do I know? Just everything.
But what do you look forward? I'm being honest. What do you look forward to on the defense? I like Max Crosby a lot. I think a lot of us like Max.
I like Rock Ya-Sin when we traded Ngakwe with the Colts. I like Rock Ya-Sin. He's a good, promising young corner. The stats show that. I like the Anthony Averett kid from Baltimore. He's another pretty solid corner.
But those are like average prospects, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's fine. It's better than what we had.
At best, those are
Denzel Perriman made the Pro Bowl last year. He was all over the field.
I know. I drafted him in fantasy because he made a bajillion tackles. The problem is
I've mentioned Jayon Brown.
On the field.
Jayon Brown from Tennessee. He's a good coverage linebacker. He's going to help with covering tight ends like Kelsey.
Well, I haven't seen really anybody cover Kelsey yet. So
Kelsey's a wide receiver.
I know.
Just fucking make him a wide receiver. He doesn't play tight end. He just plays fucking wide receiver. It's ridiculous to
That's
me.
a
I think
shtick.
Nate Hobbs, he's probably our best corner right now. He played great as a rookie last year. Sure you don't know too much about him, but
I don't know shit
pretty
about Nate
good.
Hobbs. When you said Hobbs, I immediately thought of the fucking Rock.
I thought of Ellis
He's
Hobbs.
He's good. He's good. He's probably our best corner. It's probably going to be him and Rocky Sin outside with Anthony Averett playing slot corner. It's probably what it's going to look like.
Hey, for your sake, I hope so.
I like the safeties. We got Abram and Trayvon Mulvig. Listen, man, it's not as bad as you think. I mean, we could use a DT.
You
But,
could. I mean, yeah, you guys were looking at signing Ndamukong Suh the other day, which,
not anymore.
is
No,
a bad
ship
sign.
sailed.
Bad sign if you're
Yeah,
a
we got a
Raiders
few
fan,
DTs banged up, but that's okay.
but It's not. You were the worst team against the run last year. I don't think that's good, but okay. No, I mean, I get you. You have all the right to be optimistic. I mean, you do get Devontae Adams. You add him to an already pretty goddamn good offense. And I love Derek Carr, which is why I kept him in my fantasy league. I mean, I'm just going to, even
Listen, and that's why I said sweeping the Chiefs would be a spoiler alert. But listen, it's one thing we know about the NFL is every year is different.
It sure is.
Every year is completely different.
And yet, the more it changes, the more it stays the same. So we'll just stay doing what we do.
Yeah, I agree.
But all right, bud. Well, hey, this time next week we'll already have a week of football under our belt. Who do you
Thank
got?
God.
Give me your score for the Raiders Chargers Sunday afternoon in LA. You guys got the opener.
Yeah, we're at 4:00 on that one.
4:25, I believe. Was the start?
Yep. Yeah, 4:25.
Did you get in the Pick'em League, by the way?
I did. Yeah,
did?
I made all my
Okay.
picks.
All right,
I'm
and
good.
did you get in the? Are you going to do the suicide pool?
I
I got a suicide
didn't
pool.
hear about that. If you want to send me on Messenger the info
Yeah,
with that, that'd be cool.
Get him in that.
It's $10. It's a double elimination $10 suicide pool, winner take all.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. That
All right,
sounds cool.
I'll send you the link after the show.
All right, cool.
Say a word. All right, bud. What's your final score for that game? Chargers Raiders.
Final score, I'm gonna say 31-20.
31. I kind of like that. I don't mind that at all. I think the Raiders are going to be a consistent 24 to 27 point a game offense this year.
I think we'll feast on offense. I think we'll give up a few touchdowns, a few field goals, and I like 31-20 for us.
All right. Well, hey, we'll talk to you Tuesday night, Durant, with 1 week in the books.
I'm excited for the games, man.
I am too,
It's
brother.
time.
Hey,
It's
the
time.
month,
So,
Durant, the
regardless
month
of what
of
we
the
think and what we
gods is
say and
upon
frustrate or
us.
whatever,
Nobody can hear me. Just scream out whatever.
Hey, one last thing that came to mind before I go. Question for Sean.
Yep.
Has anyone ever told you that you look like Jarrett Stidham?
No, I got way too much gray. My face is too round. Jarrett Stidham has a thin, long ass face.
Really? From
Yeah, he
Georgia?
has
The
hair.
quarterback from
He
Georgia?
has hair.
No,
Dark
he's the
hair,
fucking
but-
backup. Well, yeah, I don't have dark hair.
Oh, Jace.
I had-
Who did I think you
I
said?
had-
Stenson. I was
Hey,
thinking
pull
of
up his picture.
Stenson.
Hey, pull up his picture, though. It looks
Listen.
like Sean.
No, listen. There is. If Eric was here, Eric found a dead ringer for me in the NFL, and he was an offensive. He was offensive guard, for Miami at one point. And he goes, "You look like he could be his brother." And when he showed me the picture, I was like, "That does look like me."
It's not a spitting image, but I see where he's coming from with this.
Let me see that.
Show him.
Hey, Stidham took a fucking beating.
He's got
in,
the same
preseason.
smile and facial features.
He has the cheeks.
It's not
It's the cheeks.
but your facial hair throws it off.
My facial
I
hair
see,
throws it all off.
Durant. I see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah. Hey, and
Fuck you.
that's not an insult or anything.
No, I'm
I
talking
don't know. I
about-
seen the picture. I fucking thought it looked like you. So don't take that as an insult or anything.
No,
No,
he did.
not at all.
He
I
was
seen Jarrett Stidham. Thought it fucking looked like you.
all right. Well, there we go. We got Sean Stidham.
Here it is. I had to go back to my DMs from Eric. Eric's like, "You look like Daniel Kilgore." And when I brought it up, I was like, "Fuck, I do look like this guy." And he sent me this picture.
Wow, you actually kind of do.
Look up Daniel Kilgore. He used to be one of the captains for Miami.
Somebody
Well, he's
sent
much
me
darker
a
than he is.
screenshot of what's his name, Andre Whitworth, from the Super Bowl the
The
last
bald
year.
ass dude. If you
Yeah.
say it looks like me, fuck
No,
you.
they were like, dude, I didn't know you were playing in the Super Bowl.
Shut up. Tell him don't disrespect me like that.
Who farted?
Probably
You
you.
fucking. God damn it.
I like how it goes that way though. It saved
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Fan behind me, too, blowing that
Can't
way.
believe
How does
that
this work?
Took that long.
Paul
That was a
just
while.
beefed
That
Durant.
was a
Sorry.
while ago.
He had Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch, and now he just beefed.
Nasty.
Durant hang up?
No, I think he's gone.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
is
But
there?
I agree with you, Joe. Also, I think Buffalo's the best team in the AFC. I think
That's the team to beat,
you know,
man.
Best team constructed.
Yep.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills. It's got to be.
It is. And you know what? Good. I'm glad because we get them as a measuring stick, and they're probably going to come out the gate 0-1 as of Thursday night. So good news for the rest of us that they're gonna start the season with a loss. But nonetheless, Durant, we'll talk to you Tuesday night after Week 1, and yeah, we'll keep this conversation live all the way throughout the entire year, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good, man. You guys should be 1-0 after Monday night. I
We
would
should
assume.
we should be, but stranger things have happened. But love and appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call, and keep listening.
Adios.
doubt.
Later, bro.
Love you too, man.
All right, brother.
Later.
Later, buddy. Durant, longtime friend of the
Love
radio
you.
program, diehard Raiders fan. Obviously slightly biased in his takes, but that's okay. You know what? I like a little bit of bias because
Dude,
you know
I
what?
got
It
the
allows
Col-
me. It lets me be a little bit more biased
I
too.
got the Colts winning the Super Bowl, dog. Like,
You're a biased piece of shit.
no shit. But no, I'm doing that because
Here's
I'm
my
fat,
thing.
dog.
Here's my thing with the Colts, and while we're on the AFC West, because that's the division we're going to do our picks for now. The thing with the Colts is I see a lot of the Broncos and the Colts and vice versa. I see them both as great rosters, greatly expertly constructed rosters that were just a quarterback short last year of being truly good teams. Now, the Colts, I think Carson Wentz did inexplicably a better job than Teddy Bridgewater, which who knows how that happened. But you got Javonte Williams and JT. You've got two beefy-ass offensive lines. You've got two top 5 defenses for each unit. You've got Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, R.I.P. Tim Patrick's knee, KJ Hamler, Alberto, Noah Fant last year. You had Mo Alley Cox, Michael Pittman. You had good skill position players, guys that could get down the field and do stuff. I see the Colts as being almost a spitting image of the Broncos in a lot of ways. And we'll get to this in a minute, but it makes for a very interesting playoff scenario when it comes down to it. But
Let's hope we make it.
for the AFC West, because let's bowl through these because we still got to do the whole NFC
Yeah,
too.
we fucked up with time on that.
Yeah, we did.
NFC next week. No.
AFC,
No.
yeah, AFC West. I'll lead it off because obviously I got the Broncos winning. What did I say they were going to win?
15 games.
14 games.
You said 15.
14-3.
You said 15 and 2.
I said 14-3 with the possibility of 15-2. Okay, if things go really right, because I don't know what the Rams are going to do at the end of the season. I think that and this is no disrespect to the other teams in the AFC West. I think all the teams in the AFC West this year are actually going to have that have their strengths. I think the ones with the most obvious weakness of any team in the AFC West is got to be the Raiders. They have the most question marks. I think that they are the most ripe for the letdown of all the teams in the AFC West. Now, that's not to say that they're going to be, because I think Derek Carr is good enough to be able to pull them out of a lot of games. But when you're talking about teams that are going to win 12, 13, 14, potentially more, 10, 11, 12, potentially more games, 13, 14, I think the Raiders have the least likely chance of pulling that off. If the Chargers stay healthy, they could definitely make a decent run at it, because you're assuming that Herbert is going to continue on this trajectory. Now, Herbert could plateau. Herbert could take a step back.
Facts.
They still have an
Bet he's
idiot of a
not,
fucking
but-
head coach. And Joe, what's his face there? Was it Joe Staley?
Is it Joe Staley?
The head coach of the
I can't think of his name.
Did I just fuck that up? Sorry. Hold on, I'll check right now. But
Continue.
I want to Brandon Staley. Sorry, Joe Staley was a
I was Googling
football
it.
player. It's Brandon Staley. He's the guy that decided to play for the tie, as opposed to just take 4 knees and get out of there. I mean, play for the win as opposed to take 4 knees and get to the playoffs. and then they didn't make the playoffs because he decided he wanted to beat the Raiders. And what an idiot-ass decision that was. But anyway, Brandon Staley is he's not as retarded as Freddie Kitchens, but he's pretty close. But that being said, the Chargers, I think, could be, they've got a pretty decent roster. I know we Khalil Mack ain't what he used to be. J.C. Jackson's already hurt, but they still had a pretty good team last year to begin with. That the Chiefs, they lose Tyreek Hill. You still got Mahomes and Andy Reid and Kelsey. I mean, Juju Smith and the other receiver.
They have Mecole Hardman.
Hardman and
other guy.
the rookie they grabbed.
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. I think that they're going to actually be able to fill some decent holes.
Sky Moore's very fast.
Yep, and I think the Chiefs are probably going to be more better off than we realize. Defensively, they're going to struggle and they're going to have to put up points, but Andy Reid can figure that out. Denver, to me, had the most complete team in the division last year. Sans the quarterback. If Denver had a quarterback last year, they finished 7-10. If they had a quarterback last year, they would have walked away with that division. Like, it wouldn't have even been close. They would have beat Kansas City twice. I mean, they held Kansas City. They lost to Kansas City, I think, 22-9 in Kansas City, and then 28-24 in Denver. Mm-hmm. And that was with God, Jesus Christ, in, basically me playing quarterback. I mean, that's, to me, that the Denver Broncos are the best team in the AFC West. I don't even think it's close. I don't know how anybody who's looking at these teams can, with a serious face, look at the rosters 1 through 53 and put anybody above Denver. I just don't know how they're going to do it. You can make the case for it. Again, I'll argue with you. I don't think you'll be right. Ultimately, I'll be proven right, but that's not the point. I got Denver winning the division. I don't know if it's going to be handily. I think it'll be hard fought. I'm going to put the Chiefs at number 2 because, again, I think Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, that duo is going to be tough to overcome. I'm going to put the Chargers at 3rd, assuming that half their team doesn't end up on IR by week 10. And I'll put the Raiders at 4th because, A, first-time head coach, first-time coaching staff. Again, I mean, Durant said, I love how he cites that we have uncertainty at the coaching position, but then doesn't acknowledge the fact that the Raiders are in the exact same boat with a first-time head coach and a first-time coaching staff. I get that the Raiders might have more.
Well, not first-time head coach, first-time coach to new team.
To that team.
Yeah.
And then you've got. I get the Raiders have more name brand, like household talent in Devontae Adams, Waller, Renfro. Like, if you ask more, who.
Do they still have Josh Jacobs? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ask. But Javonte Williams is infinitely better than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is playing for his career right now.
Right. I was going to say that's why I asked if they still
That's not a problem. And Denver's offensive line, much more solidified than the Raiders. Russell Wilson. I mean, he outpaced Derek Carr last year statistically. So if Russell Wilson in an injury-plagued season could outdo Derek Carr.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. So I'll just say that. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Put on some Sierra.
So I'm going Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. What do you guys got?
You want to go first? You go first.
Sure, real motherfucking quick. I almost got pretty much the same shit. I mean, I got Broncos number 1. I think with the addition of Russ and who they have as their receiving core and everything else as far as skill position players, they're probably the best team on paper for sure. I got Chargers 2nd only because I see the Chiefs.
Because you're an Oregon Ducks fucking fanboy and you want Herbert to do well. That's why.
I don't want him to do well. He is doing well. He don't need my hope
69,
at all.
69 touchdowns in 2 seasons.
He don't need my hope.
Anybody.
He don't need my hope at all. He's a fucking stud. He's nasty as fuck. He can carry that team, I think, with his skill, with his leadership, and coming into his 3rd year.
Yeah, dude, he's the shyest person I've ever seen. All that behind that.
You forget he's fucking 6'6" or 6'7" or something like that. He's fucking huge.
He's a giant
dude.
motherfucker.
So I just think the Chiefs got exposed last year. I mean, Mahomes is Mahomes. I'm not going to shy away from how great he is, how good he is, and what he's done in this short time or whatever like that. But he is human. He's not fucking Superman. He was exposed. I don't think they're going to be what they were in the past. I think they're going to kind of take a draw back. And, of course, I got the Raiders at 4th only because Not that they're not a good team or they don't have the potential, because I believe they do with Derek Carr and with Renfro and now with Devontae Adams and shit like that. It's just they're just not as good as the other three. That's all I can say.
I think my division winner is going to be the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs' demise has been
fucking Benedict.
Oh, relax.
You piece of shit.
And I have a good reason why. So
Get the fuck out of here.
I think the Chiefs have a very, very good team. I know
You're either let's ride or let's die.
So 12. I think the Chiefs are going to do 12-5ish. I think the Chiefs is tweeth.
Let's ride.
I think the Chiefs is still pretty good. I have Denver second. I've been saying it for years. Denver is just a quarterback shy of being a very good team. Great defense, solid offense. I love the offensive pieces around them. They just needed a
Broncos
quarterback.
country. Let's ride.
Unbelievable. I think the Broncos finish second. I think the Broncos can go 11-6, which is still plenty enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Third, I'm going Chargers. Chargers, 9-7, 9-8.
You don't believe in Herbert, bro?
I believe in Herbert.
No,
Just
you don't.
The rest of the team is like
You
okay.
don't believe in Herbert, bro?
I think it's too much hype too soon.
Give me Russ
And then-
or give me death.
Sorry, the Raiders. I'm gonna go 7-10. I know Durant, if he's still listening, is not gonna want to hear that shit. But at the same time, I know McDaniels.
I'm gonna look up after the show who the fucking Raiders are playing this year, and that'll give me.
They're
a much
playing
better-
every team we just said twice.
I know that, but like the other 8 or.
All right, do you
want
wanna-
to?
do you-
Fuck it is now.
Do you want to hear it real quick, Paul? Do you want to hear the
Yeah,
Raiders?
yeah,
the-
yeah.
the-
Run it down for me.
At the Chargers,
Okay.
Cardinals,
Loss.
at the Titans,
Loss.
Broncos,
Loss.
at the Chiefs.
Loss.
Okay, you got them going 0-5 to start the season.
Yep.
Texans,
Win.
at the Saints,
Loss.
at the Jags,
Win.
Colts,
Loss.
at the Broncos,
Loss.
at the Seahawks,
Win.
Chargers,
I'm gonna split them. I'll go win that time.
at the Rams.
Win.
Really? You got
Yeah.
at the Rams?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Win.
Patriots,
Win.
at the Steelers,
Loss.
Niners,
Win.
Chiefs.
Loss.
So I just heard you name like 5 wins. 6 maybe.
6. Yeah.
6 wins.
Okay. Yes. All right.
So 6 wins. So you're right on.
I give 6
I
and
gave
7.
him one more win.
Yeah, I'm giving 6 and 7 there. Yeah, 6, 7 wins. All right.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Sorry, Durant. My bad, dude. I just did it off the top of my head, but that's the best. That's the most raw take I can give you right there.
Loss. Win.
0-5. If the Raiders start out 0-5, I don't know if we'll hear from Durant.
I don't even blame him at that point.
And honestly, I wouldn't even blame him. Right,
Honestly, if I
They
don't,
could go 0-5.
if I don't see
I
Durant,
don't think they'll start out 0-5. I think they'll beat the Cardinals.
if the Raiders start out 0-5, I want to see Durant.
That is tough though. At the Chargers, at the Titans, at the Chiefs. 3 out of your first 5 games, and you got the Cardinals and the Broncos.
I want
That's
two
what I'm
teams,
saying.
two
That's a
teams that are
potential
projected to be like
0-5
playoff teams. Like
Dude,
that's
that's
a,
a potential 0-5 stop, bro.
It really
I
is.
will see Durant share to the Rowan page the
$5,
petition.
$5,
No, the petition to have Josh McDaniels fired.
I gotta pay U10 and U10.
if
the
if
Raiders
they
win a
start
game.
off honestly though, I will say this: if the Raiders start off 0-5, I'm not going to be happy about it because that probably means that they're going to do the reverse of what they did in Denver because Josh McDaniels started off 6-0 in Denver and then went
shit.
2-8 to finish the season. I mean, they'll still finish 500, but like they'll like get on this crazy hot streak at the end. And God forbid, with the expanded playoffs thing, they get in. Jesus fuck, that would not be. I'd be like, all right, we got the Raiders' first game of the playoffs. I'm like, God damn it, they're on an 8-game winning streak. Fuck. All right, let's hit the NFC real quick. We got about 10 minutes left, boys.
God
so
damn.
Let's bang through the NFC.
All
Bang
right.
through it.
Easy peasy. NFC East. I got Philly, Dallas, the Skins, and the Gents in that order.
Oh my God. Really?
Really?
Say that again.
Philly,
Okay.
Dallas,
Okay.
the Skins, and the Giants.
Man, you're giving a lot. Any team that Carson Wentz is on, I just tank that team immediately.
Well,
I'm not gonna
Yeah, but
lie.
you're talking about a team that
Hey, Sean.
I'm putting him at the bottom of the barrel with a team
baby.
that's got Danny Dimes.
4, baby. Yeah, fuck that. I'll take Danny Dimes.
I'll take Danny Dimes over
I got
Josh,
Dallas.
personally.
I got Dallas overall. I think this is Dallas's year. I think it is.
Are you in agreement?
I'm agreement.
Okay.
Dallas, Philly,
Bingo.
Giants, Skins.
Same floor as me.
Okay, so we only disagree on the Skins and the Giants.
Yep.
I'm just putting the Skins up there because I think they got a better defense. Better.
No. We both have the Washington at dead last.
Yeah,
You
two
had
do.
them third.
We do. You haven't
Right.
been third.
I
You
have.
said we're all in agreement. Besides Dallas.
Except for them.
You two are we're all in agreement except for the final who finishes third and fourth.
No, you had Philly first.
Yeah, we had Dallas.
Oh, you both had Dallas first?
Yeah.
Fucking losers.
Yeah.
Lames.
This is Dallas.
We're in agreement.
Oh, my God.
We're not in agreement at all.
No, you're right. You know what? That's better. I like it like that.
Yeah.
Philly's winning that division.
No.
I don't know.
Come on,
Dallas is
man.
on the come up, dog. Dallas on the. They them boys.
No, Tyron.
All right?
Tyron Smith is
They
already
them
out for the
boys.
year.
Tony
I'm
Pollard.
gonna fucking start wearing jean shorts. What kind of Nike? What kind
the
of big ass
like the
Air
Jordan
Forces?
like eights.
Is Jared still
big
around?
ass Air Forces. And I want the old ass. I want the Terrell Owens when he threw the popcorn in the face jersey with the star on the shoulders.
Yeah. The
I
white.
want that. Yeah, I want.
You
that
want the
one.
Cowboys taking it all this year starter kit? Is
Yeah,
that what you're
yeah,
getting at?
that's what I. Yeah,
I want to see Paul wear jean shorts like John Cena, a Tony Romo jersey, and a cowboy hat. Just be like, yeehaw, let's ride.
Broncos country.
Yeah,
That's what I hear you do. Cowboys country, let's ride.
we them boys.
Listen, man. The Dallas Cowboys are not winning that division. Sorry, Philly's going to take it.
No, I don't think so.
Dallas should win it on paper,
They will.
but Dak Prescott is basically like, I don't know.
Cousin.
He's
As
like
soon
the-
as they let Ezekiel go to backup, because Zeke can't do it anymore.
I feel like Dak is like the Carmelo Anthony of the NFL.
Oh.
Supremely talented, but just
Can't get
never going to
there.
fucking win a
I
shit.
might have
Never
to
win a
skip
shit.
watching the Celtics this season.
CP3 or something.
Yeah, me too.
I can't fucking believe the Celtics are going to sign Carmelo Anthony.
No, we're not.
Yeah, it's like
No, we're not.
it's like close.
I don't want to talk about basketball right now. We're on picks. Fuck basketball.
Yes,
That's
all
bullshit.
right.
That's
Oh yeah,
fucking-
I want to get to the topic
That's
either.
whack as fuck.
NFC South. I'm going to go Narlands number 1. I think they're going to beat the Bucks out for the number 1 spot. I'll put the Bucks at 2, Carolina close third, and Atlanta. You will be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL this year.
No, they're top 3. They're not number 1.
Number 1.
Okay.
Atlanta's going number 1, baby. Marcus Mariota is going to make sure it happens.
I'm sorry. If Brady's healthy, Brady's winning the division.
No.
I'm going Brady.
I don't. Even if Brady stays healthy all 17 games, I still think New Orleans is a better team, even with Jameis Winston at quarterback.
If yours is the same as mine, we can go through this one quick.
I'm going the Brady's, the Jameses, fucking.
Panthers. You're definitely not putting the Atlanta Falcons above the Panthers.
You're not going to do that.
If you put Atlanta third in the division above Carolina, Rob might come through the fucking phone and punch you.
I'm gonna go Atlanta third, and I'm gonna go Carolina last. I'm dead serious.
Really?
Like Carolina has what? Baker, whoop-de-doo.
No, yeah, but Carolina was like better than Atlanta last year
Yeah.
with a worse quarterback in
Yeah,
Sam
but they
Darnold.
have.
they have
But Carolina has like
Baker.
14.
But
quarterbacks.
Atlanta only got worse in the offseason.
Yeah, and Atlanta.
So one of the worst teams ever got even worse.
Yeah.
And then-
I got Bucks, Saints,
But
Panthers, Falcons.
but
That's
in
how I
math,
got
Joey,
it.
a double negative is a positive.
You're not
No.
wrong.
Yes.
No,
Listen.
because two rights
Kyle
don't make
Pitts,
a left.
1,500 yards receiving this
Two
season.
rights don't make a left.
They do.
Three.
Four lefts make.
Three.
a full
Rob
turn.
says Falcons number 1 draft pick, Saints going 13-4.
Wow.
I could see the Saints busting.
I like Drake London too.
I could see the Saints busting 10 games plus this year.
Me too.
Bussin'?
Absolutely.
Bussin'?
They're busting.
On God.
On God, for real. No cap.
Facts. Bet.
Shit slaps. All right, we're done.
No, I could definitely see the Falcons being the number 1 overall pick this year, and I could absolutely see the Saints getting 13+ wins or 12+ wins. Listen, the Bucks are there's something about the Bucks. Don't ask me what it is. There's just a black cloud hanging over the Bucks right now, and it's about to start
it's
raining.
Tampa.
So, ride with me on that
You
one.
ever been there? It's fucking Tampa.
Just
I know.
ride with me.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Finally, NFC West, I think.
Well, we got the
Oh,
NFC,
no,
we got the North, and we got the North and the West to go.
All right, where we going? North?
Let's do the North first because that'll be the easiest.
Yep.
Packers, Vikings,
Yep.
and I'm really hesitant to put the Vikings at 2 because I want to put the Lions there because I am ready to run through a fucking wall for Dan Campbell right fucking now. And he's like, I don't care if you got one ass cheek and 3 toes, we'll beat your fucking ass anywhere. I'm like, yeah, we will. Yeah, but I just don't think the Lions have the talent yet, so I'll put the Lions at 3rd, and then I'm going to put the Bears reluctantly at 4th. Even though I think the Bears are sneaking going to be better than people think this year.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much right there with you on it. I got Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions. I just have to put the Lions there because
that's what they
they're
do.
just the NFC version of the Browns.
I have Joey's picks times 2.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, and NFC West. I'm gonna go defending champs Rams number 1.
Yep.
In a very, very, very tight, close combat battle with the Niners, and then I'm gonna put the Cards and the Seahawks.
Here's my surprise of the night. I have the 49ers being the best team in all the NFL.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I don't even think that's that big of a surprise.
13-4. I'm going 13-4.
I can see it. It's the
Rams,
best.
Cardinals. I
The-
got Rams,
listen, the-
Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks.
Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks. You got the Niners finishing third. So you think that quarterback?
Controversy, dog.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That could not go
You got
well.
Lance who's unproven. You got Jimmy Garoppolo who's like, fuck you guys.
And you got Lance.
You got Paul in the stands doing the gritty.
And you got Lance looking over his shoulder all year. Like, I mean, yeah, you're right. I feel like the Niners are the biggest enigma in that division because I think you're going to have games where Jimmy Garoppolo comes out of the bullpen and wins it for him and then doesn't start the next week.
Right.
And
then
vice
what's
versa.
that going to do with Debo?
Yeah, and then
Where's your
Debo's going to be like,
production? Where's Kittle's production?
what's going
Where's
on? I know as a George Kittle owner in fantasy, this is really disruptive for me.
Yep.
Dude, what the fuck happened to him?
George Kittle?
Kittle, man.
Age?
What do you mean? He was
Kittle
fucking
wins.
stud
Like, he
last
was-
year.
No, he wasn't. He was like above average, but he wasn't like dominant.
What do you mean? He's like top 3 tight. Isn't he top? Yeah, huh?
I'm pretty sure you're bugging, bro.
No, look it up.
I'm looking it up, but I'm pretty sure you're bugging.
I'm bussing.
He's no.
Why the
no,
fuck
you're
you
not,
No, you ain't
you're
bussin'.
not bussing. You ain't bussing.
No
you
cap,
said
you ain't
busting.
bussin'.
I had to stop, and I was like, "You say busting?" You're like, "Yeah, busting."
You ain't busting this shit, dog.
I thought he was like one of the best.
He was.
I mean,
I mean, he tied Debo in touchdowns last year, so
That's touchdowns. What do you get for yardage?
he had 910 on 71 with 6 tutties.
Yeah, but he had that's even less than we had like 2 years ago.
Um,
Did he play 17 games? He didn't.
Hold on. No, he played 14.
That's what I mean. Like,
Well, the year he played 14 2 years ago.
and beasted.
I mean, dog, my boy's only ever caught. He had a career high in touchdowns last year.
at 6.
Yeah.
I thought he did better like 2-3 years ago.
No, I mean, he had less touchdowns. He had more receptions. He had 1,377 yards in 2018.
All right, well, that was when he
And
first
5
busted on the
touchdowns.
that's when he busted on the scene, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
He was
who's
busting.
Kittle, man? Yeah, he was buzzing.
On God, on God.
Facts.
It's too
Bet.
much. Too much.
We'll tell
No
you.
cap.
Too many words.
All right, and then from there, let's see. Okay, so we're all there. So Final Four, who do you guys got? Final Four.
I'm going. Final Four is
Championship weekend will include these 4 teams.
San
Wow,
Francisco,
busy.
San Francisco versus the Rams.
Okay, I like it. Division matchup, sweet.
Chiefs against Ravens.
Chiefs Ravens. Okay, I can see it.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
I think it's the first time ever I'm not picking the Patriots. No, actually, I didn't pick the Patriots either.
I don't know.
No,
Did
you and the Cam Newton year, you didn't either.
No, I did not. Not in the Cam Newton. I was like, oh,
Definitely
I was
not
like,
that
oh,
one.
Cam.
Even
No,
Warren
I gotta-
Moon couldn't convince you to do that.
I got Colts Chargers,
Fuck you.
and then I got Niners Bucks for the championship.
Who you
games.
got making the Super Bowl?
I got Colts Niners.
I got rematch 49ers versus Ravens.
Ooh, 2012 rematch. Colin Kaepernick versus Flacco.
Actually, they bring back Colin Kaepernick as a captain midfield.
Are they gonna shut the lights off again?
And then he just comes out middle of the field, and I just see Joey. What the fuck?
And then they just kill the power. Kill the power.
And then when they kill the power, they put the lights back on. In his place, Ray Lewis. He takes off a mask, and Joey's like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever
He's got
seen."
a Bible. Why does he have a Bible?
Joey'd be like, "Wow." Joey's like, "They pulled me right back in with Ray Lewis."
And then
He's got a football-shaped
I thought it was
Bible.
over. But then he reached out and he touched me right here on my chest.
Imagine like
Listen,
that happening.
You could do some great things.
They have like Kaepernick come out, and then the lights go out, they come back on, and it's like a totally different plan. I'm like, oh my god, they had us fooled.
It's like WWE. They're like, all right, what do you guys do?
Yes.
My Final Four, I'm going Broncos, Bills,
Ugh,
Saints, Niners.
it'd be a nightmare for me.
Sean's the only one who didn't pick his own team. to go.
Super Bowl, my
I'm realist.
Super Bowl pick, I'm going Bills, Niners.
I like that one. The Bills are winning that one.
Nah.
I know the Niners aren't getting there. It's probably going to be Bills, Saints.
I don't picture. You know what? Like, the Bills make sense. Like, it makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe it's my bias of watching them for so many years just be dog shit, and I'm just like, I don't believe it yet.
Listen, I just think that I'm going out. This is Labor Day weekend picks, okay? I'm allowed to change my pick as the year goes on and progresses, all right? This is not this is preseason picks, okay? These are set in stone. If I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be Broncos Niners 89 rematch. We get to come up on them, and that's that. So that's what I'll go with. Broncos Niners rematch.
If I'm being real, it's Bucks versus Patriots. And Mac Jones doing the gritty in the end zone, and Patriots fans at home dancing.
If it was
Rob at his house shooting his TV with a gun.
If it was
watching Falcons.
If it was Bucks Patriots,
I would end it all.
I would just be like, you know what? I'm going to see Minions 6. I'm not even watching this shit.
It wasn't even that bad. It was pretty good.
I didn't even know they made 6 yet.
I think they're on 6.
Bucks Patriots. That would be a
I would
rough
fucking kill
one,
myself.
bro.
All right, let's get out of here, boys.
Yeah.
If you haven't joined the Pick'em League or the Suicide League, the Suicide League we're doing, anybody is welcome to join it. It's $10 a head. You can Venmo me. Just PM me for the Venmo. The Pick'em League is free. The winner will probably get a row one seat one T-shirt at the
and
end.
a mushroom stamp from yours truly.
Yeah, like that guy that I sent that picture to on Twitter today. How I'm not banned from Twitter today, I have no idea.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
I want to know.
Oh, I'll show you.
It's fucking great. Anyway, also Lucy Burge, love her.
Lucy Burge.
The old EEI girl.
Who was banging the other clown?
I don't fucking know who she was banging.
She was banging the alcoholic dude from EEI.
Oh, the producer?
Yeah.
Curtis?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Isn't he a slob?
Yeah, well, he was thinned out because he was an addict or whatever.
But wasn't he still? I mean, you can still be a slob and thin.
Yeah, he looked weird.
What do you think? When you call somebody a slob, you automatically think fat? You fat phobic piece of shit.
What? You said the slob, and I was like, I thought of just like being like this, like sweaty,
you
like mud.
You got
First of all,
you
fuck
got some
you.
Fucking nerve, mister.
First of all, fuck you.
Okay. All right.
How dare you assume how I thought?
As a plus size individual, I take immense offense to what you just
shut the hell up.
suggested. Yeah.
No, he was just gross. He was just like fucking gross. Like
I don't know, Lucy Burge. Anyway,
garbage.
love her, adorable, totally would.
I don't understand like how she was with him still. It makes no sense to me. Like
I didn't know she was.
It
with
brings her down in my eyes.
Listen, some people might say the same thing about my wife. You know, they might look at my wife and be like, "Damn, 10, but she's married to Fats."
10, but married to Joe.
And and they're like, makes her a 9, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm still pretty good. Even in your eyes, I'm still doing all right." But that's not the point. I am body. Like, you know, as far as 300+ pound individuals go, I think I'm one of the better looking ones.
Quith.
I mean,
That's 10 years old now.
I'm a svelte. Yeah, I weighed in at a crisp 301.
I can't believe that was 10 years ago. 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
It was 2014.
January. It'll be 8 years in January.
9 years in January.
9 years in January, right? Well, coming up on the 10-year. But anyway, all right. NFL football season is upon us. The month of the gods is here. Thank you all for joining us. Be sure to give us a like and a share. This show will be up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast right after the show is done. The beginning will be a little bit off because I forgot to start recording it, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, well.
Also, it'll be up on YouTube, so be sure to go ahead, give us a like and a share on our YouTube channel as well. If you are into watching people race fake NASCAR race cars on video games and wreck people, I totally Russ Wheelered the fuck out of some kid today, and it was funny as shit. So you'll be able to see that shit coming up too on the YouTube channel R1S1 Radio. R1S1 Racing, but Row 1 Seat 1 YouTube channel, we got that too. Make sure you go over to our Facebook page, give us a like and a share. More importantly, if you are a Spotify premium subscriber, please give us a 5-star review. That goes so much further than I could possibly even begin to explain. So if you got that, go ahead, do it. If not, whatever, we'll go fuck ourselves. It's fine. But until next week, boys, we'll have real football to talk about this time next week.
Banana Land.
Fucking glorious.
Banana Land.
Fucking
Wait, Thursday night, who wins? Rams versus Bills.
Oh, Rams.
Going Bills.
I'm going Rams for sure.
I'm
Going
going
Bills.
Rams.
Dude, Rams hanging a banner in their new
Two
goddamn
Rams
stadium.
and a Bill.
Nobody, the home team never loses the season opener.
Rambo.
So
Maybe they can invite the
Rambill.
Weekend back. The Weekend.
It's not Rambo, it's Rambill.
Hey, everybody, I lost my
Rambo.
voice. I'm canceling the
No, I'm
concert.
telling you, bro. Fucking Josh Allen's coming out throwing 4 tutties, bro.
I mean, I'd love for you to be right, but I got the Rams.
Fuck Buffalo.
Micah Hyde gonna have a pick 6.
Fuck
right.
Micah.
Till next week, Joey Fats Radio, roll 1, seat 1 on the one, the only, the
Let's
perfect guide. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.